They play going to non-conference play, taking on the Falcons of Concordia University, Wisconsin. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Yellow Jacket Hockey pregame show sponsored by National Bank of Commerce. I am John Garver, and boy, what an eventful afternoon it has been here. The Yellow Jacket women's hockey team started things off today with a victory over St. Scholastica, 3-2, and a nail-biter that came down to the final seconds. Since then, we've had a Zamboni malfunction, a stack computer malfunction, and multiple other malfunctions, but hopefully we have things moving in the right direction now, and everything that happened between games, that'll be the glitch for the mission, and we can move on and have a good victory here for the Yellow Jackets tonight. They come in at 2-5-0, having most recently defeated UW Stout on Saturday. Final score in that one was 4-1. More on that a little bit later on. Concordia, Wisconsin, meanwhile, they're about as even-steven as you can get. They come in at 3-3 overall, 2-2 in the NCAA, and they split with Hamlin, they split with Aurora, and they split with Lawrence. So it's just one win, lose one for them, and hopefully today they continue the lose one part of things, and the Yellow Jackets are the team that emerges victorious in this one here tonight. So a little bit of an abbreviated pregame show because of all the stuff that was going on over the course of the evening here tonight, but at any rate, we're going to take a time out. When we come back, we will take a look at what happened last time out for the Yellow Jackets and see what else is happening around the WYAC tonight, because we're not the only team in action. We'll have a conversation with Coach McKenna. All that and more as the Yellow Jacket Hockey pregame show sponsored by National Bank of Commerce continues right after this. You're listening to Yellow Jacket Hockey on 91.3 KUWS Superior and the iFan Sports Network.
Kimmis Oil has been a local, family-owned and operated business since 1935, offering quality tire installation services. We're a full-service tire shop offering tire repair or replacement services at the most affordable prices. Trust us to take care of your car's brake repair needs. Our technicians have the right set of skills and expertise to take care of the problems that your car is experiencing. For more information, give us a call today and see what we can do for you.
Culver's Butterburger Deluxe is made with 100% Midwest beef. Always fresh, never frozen.
In my experience, fresh beef is always better. Frozen beef loses moisture, and when you lose moisture, you lose flavor.
There is an art in making a great burger. The searing really locks in the flavor, just like a great steak. And then we lightly butter the crown of the bun. That's why we call it a Butterburger. How many years have we been working together?
Close to 20 years now.
Welcome to Delicious.
Over the Blue Devils. They open the scoring at 11:58 of the first period, an even-strength goal for Dusty Bergstrom, his second. Assist going to Tyler Ryder and Jordan Gainey to make it 1-0, and call a spade a spade. That shot wouldn't have broke a pane of glass. He had the puck at the blue line and floated it toward the net. He made sure he got it through. He didn't take the big wind-up and get it blocked, and because there was so much traffic in front, goaltender Tyler Masternak never saw it. Second goal this season for Bergstrom, 1-0. Just a few minutes later at 13:20, the Yellow Jackets made it 2-0 on a power play. C.J. Walker scoring his first goal of the season, taking the wrister from the left circle. Masternak got a piece of it, but not all of it. It got through him. Jackets up 2-0 after one. They made it 3-0 at 10:46 of the second period when Blake Holmes found Gavin Rasmussen in the neutral zone, and he kind of split the D. Got a step on the defender, was in alone on the goaltender, faked forehand, went backhand, slid it underneath Masternak. His second of the season, and that made it a 3-0 lead for the Jackets. Stout scored on the power play at 15:41 of the second period. Fourth goal of the season for Kobe Keller. Simple rebound in front that he guided underneath the Yellow Jackets sprawled out goaltender to make it 3-1. And then 49 seconds into the third period, the Yellow Jackets closed out the scoring for the game. First collegiate goal for Justin Dauphiné as he got the puck behind the net and beat Masternak to the right post with the wraparound to put the Yellow Jackets in front 4-1. They were able to hold that lead and pick up their second victory of the season. Yellow Jackets were outshot in the game 34-28. Great performance for Jack Bossert as he finishes with 33 saves. Concordia, Wisconsin, meanwhile, they were victorious also on Saturday, also by a 4-1 score, as they won on home ice over Lawrence. Yellow Jackets coming into this one again 2-5. Concordia, Wisconsin 3-3. We'll take a timeout, and when we come back, we will have our conversation with Yellow Jacket head coach Rich McKenna when the Yellow Jacket Hockey pregame show continues right after this. You're listening to Yellow Jacket Hockey on 91.3 KUWS Superior and the iFan Sports Network.
Real meat for real life. Artisanal sausages and meat snacks, handcrafted and authentically smoked in small batches. That's our passion here at Wenzel's Farm, and we've been doing it this way for over 70 years. Carefully crafted by people just like you, right here in Marshfield, Wisconsin. Our meat snacks reach customers across the country. Innovation and passion from amazing team members who are dedicated to producing quality products has made us who we are today. Wenzel's Farm. Real meat for real life.
We're back on the Yellow Jacket Hockey pregame show sponsored by National Bank of Commerce. It's Tuesday night and the Yellow Jackets are back at home getting ready to take on the Falcons from Concordia University, Wisconsin. I am John Garver and we're joined by Yellow Jacket head coach Rich McKenna. And man, that was one heck of an effort your team put on the road on Saturday, holding a team that had scored less than 3 goals all season long to just 1. That was a heck of a game for your team.
Yeah, it was good, and even strength-wise, we held them to 17 all game, right? Then we outshot them 27-17 at even strength. So it's a simple formula. Just got to do it consistently, and we'll win. The 2 games we've won, we executed flawlessly, and we scored goals, right? So. Hopefully tonight we can build on that and start righting the ship here pretty quickly.
It was impressive to watch the way that you guys were able to shut them down, especially through the first 2 periods. They accumulated a few more shots in the third, but through the first 2 periods, I mean, you carried the play and you said you executed it flawlessly. What was that game plan to slow that team down?
Well, you got to forecheck. You got to establish a forecheck, and you got to finish checks. Like I showed them in video today. Like you see the first, like I just showed zone entries, right? And by design, ones that we chipped in so we could show the forecheck, right? And you see stout defensemen sprinting back to pucks for the first 5 or 6. Then all of a sudden they're 50-50 with the guy. And then next thing you know, they're letting our guys get it first. And it's a lot. You have a choice. You either want to be the hammer or the nail. I'd rather be the hammer.
Have you ever seen a team force on the penalty kill and be as aggressive as that team was?
Well, tonight we might see it. We might see it too. So that was part of the game plan too. We told them they're going to strike down. The strike down works when you actually teach how to strike down. There's a rhythm to it. There's a way to do it. You don't just strike down to strike down. And it's very simple to watch an NHL game and see them do that and be like, oh, let's do that. But there's a way to do it, and we don't do it because I don't have that time to teach that habit.
And for the people who don't know, strike down means what?
To go from, let's say, the defenseman down to the half wall guy with the strong side forward. So it's a great play. But you have to be really good at it for it to be effective. And when our power play, the way our power plays are set up, if you strike down and you're not doing it right, like we taught it on the flip side of this is what you look for when they do it. So hopefully we can do it a little bit more here tonight.
Speaking of doing more, let's talk a little bit about Gavin Rasmussen, because there's a young man who has played stout 9 times in his career, and he has 7 goals and an assist for 8 points. There's just something about playing that team that he really thrives against.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I said it to him in the post game that thank God for Stout, or else he'd be in the stands, and everyone laughed. But it was, yeah, like hey, I'll take it, you know. I wish we had one guy that went against Point and one guy that went against Eau Claire and all that other stuff, but it's good. You know, he's a killer against them. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it doesn't seem like he has former teammates on it, so I don't know, but he has the puck luck, and we played him 22 minutes because of it.
Another guy who finally got through, Justin Dauphiney, that long-awaited first goal.
With the most unenthusiastic first collegiate goal I've ever seen. We highlighted that in video today too. Unfortunately, the video doesn't show him pointing to himself, like, was that me? Or like there was confusion on the ice. But it was good. Long overdue with the way that JD has played, and the effort that he has played at, the pace that he has played at, the scoring chances that he's created for himself and his line mates. He deserved that one. So it was good to see him get on the score sheet. It was a good effort all around. I really liked that line. Jordan Gainey had three apples in the game, playing with those guys. You know, CJ finally got on the board, which we needed that one too. So a lot of good things coming from that line, and I would say JD's a driver on that.
Good things. Let's talk about Liam Whitehouse. Probably the best game he's played.
For sure, he was an absolute warrior. He's a nail gun. Like he's hard. Plays the game the right way. Nothing flashy about him whatsoever. He's a guy, if you're in a street fight, I would want on my side for sure.
And before we flip to tonight, Jack Boschert gets the job done again. He was really good.
Yep, Jack's pushing, and we're very lucky to have him. Like he's a presence out on the ice. I think he calms a lot of things down. You just hear him yapping from the crease all game long in the defensive zone. Everyone knows where they should be. He's like the quarterback out there. He's a good player.
Concordia, Wisconsin coming in here now tonight. Pretty unfamiliar with this team. We haven't played them a whole lot over the years, and this is a club that even 500, and they've split every weekend they've played so far. So tell us a little bit about the Falcons.
They're a fast team. They score goals. They can skate. I would say they're probably a little bit more offensive than defensive oriented. But they're gonna scoot. They're gonna try and push the pace, and I would think it's a very similar formula. At the end of the day, doesn't matter if you're a transition team or if you're a team that wants to climb and kind of do the 10-foot passes. If you're forechecking and reloading properly, there's not a whole lot of transition that beats that.
Jan Skorpik in the nod and goal here, and I felt bad for him on opening night because he kind of got left hanging out to dry a little bit by the rest of the guys, but he's earned the opportunity to have this second chance, hasn't he?
Yeah, no, for sure, and he's been a great teammate. He's been happy for the guys that have gotten in. I agree with you wholeheartedly that he, kind of got left out to dry. We did what we had to do. We tried to climb back. And it is what it is, right? But he he earned this opportunity. We had Friday, Saturday, Tuesday, Friday, Saturday. We're probably, we're not going to roll Jack out for 4 in a row. We're still, we have 3 new goalies. We got to give guys some opportunities. I would say the lineup is pretty much stayed intact. We only have 1 change for tonight, and that's because of the execution of the game plan. Everyone contributed to that win, and I didn't. Typically we've consistently made lineup changes. Gonna go the other way and see if we can get 2 in a row.
Thanks a lot, Coach. Good luck.
Take care, guys.
It's Yellow Jacket head coach Rich McKenna, his 8th season behind the Yellow Jacket bench. His record, 82 wins, 90 losses, 15 ties. His counterpart is Jim Masso in his 2nd season with Concordia University, Wisconsin. 7 wins, 25 losses, and 1 tie. His all-time mark with the Falcons. Yellow Jackets lead the all-time series 2-1. The last time these 2 teams met was in Coach McKenna's 2nd season, and when I asked him about it, he said, don't talk about it. So that was pretty much the end of that one right there. Starting goaltenders in this one tonight, sponsored by Superior Choice Credit Union. For the Yellow Jackets, it will be Jan Skorpek getting his 2nd start as a Yellow Jacket. He has no record, a 7.76 goals against average, and a 778 save percentage for the sophomore out of Czechia, and out of Slovakia, my mistake. Very excited to be getting the nod here again tonight, and definitely improve upon those numbers, only getting to play half a game the last time out for him. At the other end, it's going to be Gabe Rosick getting the start. He is a 6'1", 175-pound sophomore from East Lansing, Michigan, making his 7th appearance in goal for Concordia, Wisconsin. He's 3-3, a 3.79 goals against average, and a 900 save percentage. He gets the nod between the pipes for Concordia, Wisconsin. The other starters for the Yellow Jackets tonight on defense, Frank DeVorney and Tyler Ryder. The center is Matt Francois. On the right side, Dom Morano. And on the left side, Brady Clemenson. That'll do it for the Yellow Jacket Hockey pregame show, sponsored by National Bank of Commerce. And we come back, the opening face-off between the Yellow Jackets and the Falcons. You're listening to Yellow Jacket Hockey on 91.3 KUWS Superior and the iFan Sports Network. Are we on, Paul? the start of this first period between the Yellow Jackets and Concordia, Wisconsin. A rare Tuesday night game for the Yellow Jacket men's hockey team. You don't see those too often over the course of the season, and we'll see if the Jackets can pick up a midweek win as they head into their last few games here before the semester break. I am John Garber. He is Jason Roan, and a team we don't see too often, Concordia, Wisconsin, so your guess is as good as mine.
Right, 2-1 all time against this team, and Concordia, we learned right before the game, is missing its leading goal scorer from last year, who was injured over the weekend, so he's not playing tonight. That adds to the mystery. We'll find out as we go.
Jan Skorpic defending the goal to our left. Yellow Jackets will be going from left to right here in this opening period, and Skorpic almost got rid of all the gear from Long Island University. Is still wearing the gloves, however. Puck is down, and we are underway. The opening face-off is sponsored by Barker's Island Inn. And Concordia wins the draw, dumps it in. Great hop off the boards if you're a Falcon. It nearly came to the front of the goal, but the Yellow Jackets able to recover. Now Tyler Ryder behind his net. Goes to Frank Devorny on the left side. It doesn't work, so he tries the right side looking for Morano. That also isn't going to work. Matt Francois picks up the loose puck, feeds Tyler Ryder, and he'll flip that up the left wing boards. Morano feeds Brady Clemenson, and he'll dump it in. Yellow Jackets and Falcons will both change personnel. Coming out from behind the goal now is Logan Kroyman. Kroyman for the Falcons throws that up the right wing. It's going to come all the way down, and 45 seconds into this one, we have an icing call on Concordia.
Yeah, as you mentioned, crazy dump-in bounce there. Went right in front of the net, and good thing Tyler Ryder was right on the spot for UWS and was able to scoop it out before it crossed the goal line there. The Skorpic going behind the net, expecting it was going to be a hard rim around.
Face-off controlled here by Concordia. They've got it behind their own net now. Coming out with it, Seth Bergeron. Bergeron dumps it into the Yellow Jacket zone. Bergeron gets it back at the left point. He takes a long shot that rises over the top of the goal. Dusty Bergstrom for the Yellow Jackets along the end board behind his goal. Works that one free. Tried to go up the left wing for Jordan Gainey, playing against his former team for the first time since joining the Yellow Jackets prior to last season. At center now, Dauphiné crosses the Concordia line. Dauphiné right circle, a shot, and a glove save made by Rosick. He's going to hang on, and we'll get a face-off here in the Concordia zone.
Defenseman Sawyer Wurzing got a little off his line there. Let the gap get a little bit too big, and it worked out well for the Yellow Jackets. They were able to drive in there pretty deep and get a good solid shot on goal. Face-off coming to the left of the Falcons goaltender.
It's in the right wing corner now. Chris Ishmael's got it for the Yellow Jackets. He carries behind the net, passes it to the left wing side. Now it comes up top. Matheson, a shot from the left circle, and that one just scoots wide of the net. It's on the right wing boards now, down to the right wing corner. Yellow Jackets, Ishmael tied up. Boone Matheson there as well. It comes behind the net, and Tenazaka for Concordia tried to carry out of the zone, but the Jackets break it up. Tenazaka again. This time he does clear to neutral ice, but the Yellow Jackets' Blake Holmes sends it rink wide onto the right wing, and Roosevelt will dump it into Concordia territory. Bouncing puck cleared out to neutral by Newcomer. Yellow Jackets will carry it up ice. Now here's a steal. Back the other way now is Kroyman. Logan Kroyman with a shot from the left of the net. The save made by Skorpic as Liam Whitehouse jumped up into something on the right wing side of the neutral zone, and it nearly cost the Yellow Jackets. Kroyman at the left point with a shot. Pad save made by Skorpic. Whitehouse settles that one down, breaks his stick in the process, and the Yellow Jackets come back the other way. Ty Profit banks it off Ishmael. That's going to come all the way down. Yellow Jackets will change, and the Falcons will come back. Kroyman dropping that one off now for Reutman. Noah Reutman gets it into the Yellow Jacket zone. Jackets back the other way. Had a chance at a potential 3-on-2, but Colin Pedersen just couldn't get that puck to settle down. So instead he chooses just to dump it in. Noah Reutman behind his net for Concordia as we pass the 3-minute mark of the first period. No score. Yellow Jackets and Falcons from Westman Arena in Superior. Now Pedersen up the right wing, carries to center, feathers that one through for Rasmussen. It's poked off his stick. Goes to the right wing corner in the Concordia zone, or Rasmussen battles for it. Pedersen in there as well as they tie up along the end boards. Good scrum along the wall. Pedersen gets loose with it here. Colin Pedersen sends it around behind the net to the left wing corner. Clemenson gets there for the Yellow Jackets. Now it comes up top. At the left point, Dvorny's shot is blocked. And back the other way, Nick Bolin here for Concordia. Bolin feeds it the middle for Ochitwa. Alex Ochitwa has it removed from his stick and cleared back to neutral ice. And quickly the Falcons back to center. Now that one's broken up by Dvorny. Frank Dvorny for the Yellow Jackets up the right wing, sends it to the corner, but the Falcons' Petronik is going to pick it up there. Joey Petronik, a transfer from UW Stout, somebody the Jackets saw quite a bit of for a couple of years while he was down in Menominee, and now we're going to get a stoppage as that play is called offside.
Colin Kirchhoff there lifted 1 foot up, evidently wasn't able to straddle the line. He had a little disagreement with the linesman, but linesman wins that battle and it ends up being offside on the Falcons.
Face off outside the Yellow Jacket blue line. It's controlled by the Yellow Jackets. Tyler Ryder carries it up the right wing side, gets across the line, lets a long shot go, and the save is made by Rosick. Puck comes back down behind the Concordia goal. They send it the other way into the Yellow Jacket zone. Now a turnover. Gainey turns it over. Shot taken from the right circle by Tallman is going to miss wide of the Yellow Jacket net. On the right wing, it's C.J. Walker passing ahead for Gainey. Gainey cuts over to the left, loses the puck, catches up to it again, and he'll dump it in. Behind the net now for Concordia, Kroyman. Gives that one over for Reutman. And back to Kroyman, who carries to center. Kroyman across the Yellow Jacket line. A shot from the right circle gets blocked. Kroyman gets his own rebound and fires that one wide. Now from the left side, a shot by Kirchhoff is going to be steered away. Puck kicks up on the left wing boards, and the Yellow Jackets try to clear. They turn it over, but they get it back. And then that one's going to catch somebody in the Yellow Jacket bench. We'll get a face-off coming to the left of Jan Skorpik. With 14:57 to play here in this opening period, no score.
That second pass on the zone exit has been a bugaboo for UWS on its last 2 attempts here, both times resulting in a turnover.
Puck is behind the Yellow Jacket net. Boone Matheson tried to make a pass and it didn't work. It came right back to him, however. He'll give to Ishmael, who's going to clear that one to neutral. Puck bounces away from Bergeron. Yellow Jackets Ishmael gets it back. Had to wait for Matheson to get on side. Yellow Jackets tag, dump it in, but the Falcons coming right back out. They'll dump it in. Yellow Jackets will change. Terry Ryder tied up along the end boards by Klugerman. Centering pass, the shot is blocked. Jackets have numbers if they could find the puck, but they never could. And the Falcons will get it and dump it back into the left wing corner. Now Boone Matheson passes that one off the boards ahead for Ishmael at center. He'll cross the line and dump it to the right corner. Concordia zone. Roosevelt takes his man out. Roosevelt's got the puck now. He's knocked off the play. Loose puck taken by Petronik, and they turn it over. Roosevelt throws it in front looking for Ishmael, but it was out of his reach. Ishmael behind the net tried to center. That one's blocked by Rosick at the left side of the goal, and it comes back the other way as Concordia jumps on the rush. Tenazaka on the right wing. His shot gets through. Save made Skorpik. Rebound shot. Save made Skorpik. Yellow Jackets go, and they'll clear that up the left wing boards to neutral ice. Taken there by Petronik. He'll dump that back in. Dusty Bergstrom leaves it for Whitehouse, and Liam Whitehouse will carry up the right side here. Whitehouse for Pedersen. He'll tip it down into the Concordia zone. Comes around the boards behind the net now. Kroyman passes that one off to the left wing side. Kroyman's going to get it back. Kroyman now cuts to the middle with it. Behind the back pass gets to Reutman. Reutman tried to play that one deep, broken up by Rasmussen. Reutman gets it back. Noah Reutman banks that one off the boards for Bolin. Now Reutman's got it again. As we pass the 7-minute mark of this opening period, no score between the Yellow Jackets and the Falcons from Concordia University, Wisconsin. Located in Mequon, Wisconsin, for those of you wondering. Yellow Jacket zone, Morano on the right wing, carries it out to center. Morano gets to the Concordia line, almost got through the defense. It comes in on goal, and we're going to get a stoppage. We got a penalty coming. I think we are. The Jackets are going to go on the power play.
Slashing will be the call here on Kepke, freshman defenseman. Comes into the game with 3 assists. top scoring defenseman for the Falcons. Also 17 penalty minutes, so adding to that total now. A team leading 17 penalty minutes, now 19.
7:22 the time of that slashing minor. Yellow Jackets' first power play. Coming into the game at 14.8% on the power play. Concordia 86.7 on the penalty kill, and they'll come out of the pile with the puck. Carrying it to center is Bergeron, and now he'll dump it in.
It's offside.
And it's going to be an offside call on the Coppers. I knew I was going to do that on the Falcons here. They're going to face off outside the Yellow Jacket blue line, and we'll see if the Jackets can get accustomed to a penalty kill that maybe isn't going to be quite as aggressive as Stout. I've never seen anything like I saw on Saturday. And maybe I have, but it's been a really long time.
It was interesting hearing the coach's comments pregame.
It was unbelievably aggressive. Once you got set up, you were kind of all right, but it was really aggressive. Jackets on the rush now at center. Roosevelt on the left wing, feathers that into the slot for Gainey, but he was tied up. Rasmussen gets to the loose puck and passes to the left corner, looking for Walker. Reutman's down there for Concordia. He's got it pinned along the boards. Gainey in there digging away for it. C.J. Walker just took a penalty, and that'll do it for the power play. Kind of kicked the feet out from underneath the Concordia penalty killer as he went to join the fray. So that'll do it for the power play.
Tripping will be the call. C.J. Walker is pleading his case with linesman Kangas on his way over to the box.
I don't know how you can flat out, he took the kid's feet out.
Yeah.
That's a penalty. So we'll play 4-on-4 for a minute and 13 before Concordia gets itself an abbreviated power play here. Shots 5-2 favoring the Falcons. No score, 11:50 to play. Yellow Jackets controlling the faceoff in their own zone. Bergstrom's got it. Passes it for Terry Ryder. Now ahead on the left wing, Dauphiné. Gets around a checker. Dauphiné spins away from a checker. Works his way to the left circle. Behind the back pass. Leaving it there for Pettersson, who's tied up along the boards. He gets free, and Dauphiné's got the puck. Gets away from one man. Puck's loose at the left side of the net. Dauphiné backhand shot. Save is made. Rebounds there. Dauphiné's got it back right circle. Sends it up top. Right point, Bergstrom walks and fires. Save made. Rebound is there. They hit the post. Dauphiné got that rebound to the left of the net and hits the iron. Now Dauphiné's got it in the left wing corner. He comes out with it and fires a shot deflected in front by Pettersson, and it just misses wide. Right wing corner, Concordia zone. Dusty Bergstrom up top to the right point. Dauphiné walks and lets the wrister go. Rosick the save. Terry Ryder on the rebound. Tried to center for Pettersson, but it was blocked. And Concordia will try to settle it down here with Kirchhoff playing that one nearly into players coming on the ice. Could have been too many, but play rolls on. Ishmael driving the net for the Yellow Jackets. Goes behind the Concordia net. On the left wing side, he'll play that out to neutral as the penalty expires on Concordia, so now they are on their first power play of the evening. Coming in at 18.2%, the Yellow Jacket PK. 82.8%, but they killed off 6 of 7 at Stout on Saturday, including an extended 5-on-3. Carrying it up the left wing with speed, Klugerman. He centers. That's going to split the D and come all the way back down. Concordia is going to be forced to go 200 feet here. From behind his net, Reutman starts up ice with it. Noah Reutman dishes that one off on the left. Petronik dumps it into the Yellow Jacket zone. As we pass the 10-minute mark of the first period, Yellow Jackets and Concordia scoreless. Puck is along the end board behind the Yellow Jacket net. Walker is onto the penalty box, so each team is 0 for 1 on the power play now. Rasmussen forces the turnover. The Jackets have a 2-on-1 the other way. Morano across the line. Lets a shot go from the right circle, and a glove save is made by Rosick, and he'll hang on. I'll never fault the guy for shooting in that situation. We talked about it on the bus coming back from Stout. There was still a few too many times in that game where the Jackets passed up that chance to shoot, even if it was an odd man rush. And I like seeing Morano take that shot there.
Yeah, it was a good take. He was coming in with a full head of steam and just fired a nice shot from the circle. Nothing wrong with that at all. The play starts with Falcons forward Riley Klugerman at the point, playing the role of a defenseman on that power play, mishandling the puck. which really led Morano to be able to pull it off him and go on that rush up the ice. So one of those risk-reward situations when you're playing a forward at the point on the power play, sometimes it works out in terms of giving you added offense, but sometimes can also cost you with some of those kind of misplays.
And make no mistake, forwards know when there's a forward back there. I don't know what it is, but you can just tell when you've got a forward on the blue line, and he definitely knew that he was going one-on-one with the forward there.
Right.
Without a doubt.
Yep.
Media timeout comes to a close. Face-off will be in the Concordia zone. To the left of goaltender Gabe Rosick. 9:40 to play. First period shot 6-5 Yellow Jackets, no score. Really good surge for the Yellow Jackets here over the last couple of minutes. They win the face-off. Francois picks it up in the right wing corner. Goes up top with it now. Devorny shot tipped in front by Morano. That goes over the top of the goal. And we have a penalty coming.
Slashing is the call.
Who's that going to be on? They're going to get Francois, it appears. He didn't protest.
So another offensive zone penalty for UWS here.
10:32 the time. Francois for a slash, second power play here for the Falcons.
Frustrating because UWS has got some momentum, is creating some things in the offensive zone, but then they take these penalties and just short circuit their push.
And this is not something we're just talking about tonight. I mean, this is sort of becoming an epidemic for this team. We've seen it quite a bit here so far this year. Jackets win the draw and send it all the way down the ice.
And again, both of these penalties are the kind that you don't need to take. You're not breaking up a scoring chance or anything.
Jackets try to clear, but Holmes' attempt is held in at the right point. Now Klugerman at the left. Plays that one up top to Reutman, over to the right circle, a one-timer. Skorpic with the save as he flashes the blocker. Now up top, Reutman walks it to the middle. He takes the wrist shot from the high slot that misses wide. Reutman gets it back at the right point. Klugerman at the left, comes on the doorstep, a shot, and they score. I thought it was going to be Skorpic getting it, but that one got through a couple of players, and Concordia strikes first on the power play.
We talked about the risk-reward of having a forward like Klugerman on the point. Here's the reward part of it, as he gets the assist on the pass through. I do believe it was Reutman who caught that pass and stuffed it past Skorpic. Like you said, John, looked like Skorpic was going to be able to stop that one, but it just snuck through. Jackets playing with fire and getting burned there with the power play.
We'll wait for the official announcement from Mark Fleischer to see who got that goal, but at any rate, Concordia taking the early lead. Puck dumped into the Yellow Jacket zone. Skorpic guides it to the left wing corner.
Concordia was number 15, Nick Wieben. He got an assist from number 14, Riley Klugerman, and number 13, Noah Reutman.
So Reutman.
That's Wieben from Klugerman and
Klugerman getting the assist on the goal by Wieben, his second of the season, to make it 1-0 now. The Jackets, C.J. Walker plays it into the slot. Bouncing puck picked up by Jordan Gainey from the left post. His shot goes over the top of the net. Danziger able to grab it and take it down the right wing boards. Passes behind the net for Gainey. He gets off the check now. Comes to the right corner. Gainey feeds that up top. Unfortunately, the D had vacated, and the Yellow Jackets are going to be forced to regroup. Puck dumped down into the Concordia zone. Taken behind the net by Petronik. It's moved up the middle now, and here come the Falcons again to center. Tenazaka has it taken away from him, and now the Yellow Jackets back the other way. Across the line they come. Ishmael left circle, a shot, save made. Rebound was there for a moment. Roosevelt couldn't get a stick on it as it was swept away and cleared. It's going to come all the way down and will result in icing.
Another good, aggressive, shot-taking mentality type play there by UWS. Had a nice rush, did not overpass it. Shot it, got a good rebound, almost had a chance to poke that in. Jackets win the draw.
Puck is behind the net. Jackets come out with it here on the right wing boards. Ishmael up top. Terry Ryder, a shot that catches traffic in front. Roosevelt chases it down in the left corner. It comes up to the point. Blake Holmes able to hold it there. On the left boards, Matheson sends it down low. Puck comes right back into the slot. Ishmael, top of the left circle. Stick handles, gets away from trouble. Now Ishmael has it swept off his stick, but he'll just pick it right back up in the right wing corner. Into the slot, Matheson whiffs on the one-timer. Little excuse me swing there, and the puck is cleared. Jackets quickly back on the attack, however. On the right wing boards, Holmes sends it back inside his own line. Terry Ryder now up the middle. Matheson with speed. Matheson lets a wrister go. Save made. Rosick, big rebound up the slot, but then that's going to be cleared back out into the neutral zone. Liam Whitehouse plays that into Concordia territory. The Falcons will control now and play that back the other direction. They'll flip it into the Yellow Jackets zone, and Skorpic elects to drop down and cover, and we'll get a face-off coming up here in the Yellow Jacket zone. 6:02 remaining here, first period. Concordia, Wisconsin leads 1-0.
Curious decision by Skorpic to cover that one. Looked like he could have played it right to his teammate and had a nice breakout up the other side. Alas, it'll be a defensive zone faceoff.
Controlled by Concordia. They'll slide that one down into the left corner. Now behind the net to the right wing side. Back over to the left wing corner now. Pizzamenti couldn't quite handle that one. Hazelton for Pizzamenti along the end board. Whitehouse separates his man from the puck. Pedersen picks it up. He goes up the left wing for Profit, who clears to center. Bergeron's got it back for Concordia. He'll dump it in. 5.5 to go here. First period, 1-0 Concordia. Brady Clemenson now 1-on-4 across the Concordia line, all the way to the right side. Backhand shot, right circle save. On his own rebound, Clemenson, another shot from between the wheels, and a save is made by Rosick.
It's about the best scoring chance you can hope for going 1-on-4 there. Brady Clemenson wheels into the zone, throws a backhander on goal, gets another shot at it, puts another backhander on goal. A couple good chances there for Clemenson.
Face off to the left of Rosick with 5:17 to play. Jackets win the draw. At the right point, Tyler Ryder, sends that deep around behind the net. Concordia will regain control. Petronic up the left side, Sardelli. Rink-wide pass on to the right wing for Osmus. Mason Osmus gets it to the right wing corner where the Yellow Jackets will take it away from him. And they'll pass it ahead for Morano on the right wing. He couldn't quite handle that. There will be no icing. And Rosick instead will play it ahead. Petronic carries it to center. And he'll dump that down into the Yellow Jacket zone. Concordia in the midst of a line change here. And the Yellow Jackets will escape. Dauphiné comes up the right side with it here now. Dauphiné carries it down to the right corner, moves it behind the net for Gainey. Up the left wing boards for Holmes. He's able to hold the zone. Comes up to Walker now. His pass hits a skate and ricochets down into the right wing corner. Dauphiné battling for it. He gets upended. Play continuing on. Gainey now carries high slot. Lets a wrister go from the top of the right circle. Rosick gloves that. He'll hold on, and we're going to get a face-off here in the Concordia zone.
Second shift in a row with a good keep-in by Holmes over there on the left point. Jackets doing a good job in the offensive zone, retrieving pucks, keeping pucks in, generating second chance opportunities. Just that one extra penalty that's hurt him in this one.
Face-off controlled by Concordia, but there's a steal down low. C.J. Walker tried to wrap that in front from the left side of the net, but that's not going to go. Now Gainey gets it. He centers, but that's going to be intercepted and played the other way by Wieben. It's going to come all the way down, and that'll be an icing call. 3:45 remaining here in period number 1. 1-0 Concordia, Wisconsin on a power play goal from Nick Wieben.
Jackets with decided edge in possession here and attack zone time thus far.
Concordia goes to clear, held in for a moment at the left point by Bergstrom, but now it does skip out to neutral. Comes all the way back into Yellow Jacket territory where Matheson picks it up. He'll cross the red line on the left wing and send it in. You can tell he was looking for Roosevelt there, but he got upended on the right wing board, so there was absolutely nowhere for Matheson to go.
Yeah, he had no options. Nice soft touch dump into the corner was the best he could do.
Bergstrom holds it in at the left point and floats it over the net. Roosevelt picks it up down low. Daniel Roosevelt, left corner, behind the net. Ishmael now. He gets away from the check. Out front for Matheson, and he one-times it into the corner. Now on the right wing side, this is Ishmael for Matheson. He tries to center, it hits a skate. He got it back, then fell down. And it's going to come back the other way with Nick Wieben getting it into the high slot, intercepted there. Roosevelt dishes it off for Ishmael, who gets bounced around a little bit, losing the handle on the puck, and Concordia back the other way. Puck comes into the Yellow Jacket zone. Dvorny right back the other direction for Pettersson. Colin Pettersson, a shot right circle. It's tipped just wide. Rasmussen on the left wing gets upended, and the puck will be taken from him and comes back the other direction. Ty Profit a swing and a miss on the check, but it did its job. It separated the man from the puck. Now Pettersson on the right wing tips it into the Concordia zone with 2.5 minutes to go first period. 1-0 Concordia with the lead. Puck's going to be played back down into Yellow Jacket territory. Dvorny clears that one up the boards, but Concordia offside. They're going to need to tag, and the Yellow Jackets will get a free exit here. Profit reaches forward on the right wing and tips it in. Icing waved off, and Concordia back the other direction. Klugerman up on the left wing, sidesteps the check of Terry Ryder, then loses the puck. It comes back to center. Concordia will regroup. Kroyman on the left side. Rink-wide feed is broken up. Morano back the other way for the Jackets. Dom Morano has it left circle, carried behind the net, wanted to center there, but it was stripped away from him, and the puck will be cleared back out into the neutral zone. Bouncing puck at center. Yellow Jackets get it back. Passed ahead on the right side, Blake Holmes. He gets around one man, leaves it for Morano. Don Morano down to the right corner, gets away from one man, takes the backhand shot. Save made by Rosick. He'll hold on and get the stoppage with Dauphiné and Clemenson both lurking on the doorstep looking for the rebound.
Holmes with another nice play for the Yellow Jackets. Got that puck in the neutral zone and slipped a slick pass on through there that ended up creating a rush and a scoring opportunity for UWS. Then he dropped a shoulder into number 29 for the Falcons and stiffened him as well.
Face-off will be to the left of Gabe Rosick. Controlled by Concordia. It's passed ahead now to Bergeron, and he'll backhand that into Yellow Jacket territory. Bergeron battling forward in the right wing corner. Yellow Jackets with the steal, and they'll come back the other way. Up the left wing, it's Walker. He cuts to the middle with it. It's off his stick. Liam Whitehouse has it now. Drops it off for Bergstrom. Passing it back down to the right corner for Walker. Under a minute to play here now in this opening period. Right wing corner, C.J. Walker goes out in front of the doorstep. They score! What a pass from C.J. Walker, finding Dauphiné on the doorstep, and the Jackets have tied.
We've been talking about it all period. UWS doing a great job maintaining puck possession, generating extended offensive attack time. Did it again there. Pulled the puck out of the corner. C.J. Walker with a great heads-up centering pass that Dauphiné was able to pound home. The one-timer on the far side, the far post there. His second goal in as many games, and this one's all knotted at one.
Time of that goal, 19:10. See who gets the other assist in addition to Walker. When they make the announcement, at any rate, Concordia dumps it in. Jackets come right back out with it here. Across the line they come. Ishmael centers for Roosevelt, but that one got deflected just enough to kind of mess up his universe. It comes back up to the right point. Dvorny down low into the right wing corner. Ishmael tied up. Matheson's got it. Now gives to Ishmael.
For your Yellow Jackets, his second of the season, number 10, Justin Dauphiné. He gets an assist on the goal from number 14, C.J. Walker. That's Dauphiné from Walker.
Boy, I thought maybe, just maybe, Liam Whitehouse will get a helper on that as well. And the buzzer sounds, bringing this opening period to a close. I'm not going to lie, that was an entertaining period of hockey.
That was good period of hockey. UWS doing good things, generating some good zone time there. ended up with a 14-8 advantage in shots on goal and got that big late goal to knock the score and really kind of give them a fate that I feel like they deserved for how hard they worked and how much they were able to create in the offensive zone. It would have been a real shame to go into the intermission down 1-0. So nice to be all even at the intermission.
Yeah, the Yellow Jackets had the better of the play for the most part. I think you said it very well, that they had the territorial advantage. They had the better of the opportunities. I'm curious to look at the stats, but aside from that power play, and there's a couple minutes there early, Concordia didn't generate a lot.
No, they didn't. And, when they did, Skorpic was there for the most part. So, yeah, looking pretty good for UWS. Just need to stay away from the unnecessary penalties in the attacking zone, and they should be in good shape here.
Yellow Jackets and Concordia tied 1-1 after the opening period. We'll take a timeout here at Westman Arena and come back with our first period intermission sponsored by Hovland Incorporated right after this. You're listening to Yellow Jacket Hockey on 91.3 KUWS Superior and the iFan Sports Network.
Downs Funeral Home has been serving families throughout Superior and the surrounding area since 1888. As one of the very first funeral directing establishments in the area, today we continue to support our community by offering the finest services. With professionalism and attention to detail, we provide personalized full burial and cremation services, along with monument and marker sales. From pre-planning to the service, our kind and caring staff will guide your family through this difficult time and help you through every step.
Our family is honored to serve yours here at Downs Funeral and Cremation Services.
Celebrating the life of your loved one, we will ensure that they are truly honored and cared for.
Superior Water, Light and Power wants you to be aware of potential carbon monoxide poisoning, a colorless, odorless, tasteless, and toxic gas. Flu-like symptoms, headaches, and nausea are some signs to watch for. Excessive moisture on windows, black soot on registers, and strange odors from heating appliances could be an indication of carbon monoxide poisoning. If you suspect a problem, call SWLNP, the Superior Fire Department, or your local fuel supplier. A safety reminder from Superior Water, Light and Power, an elite company.
First intermission, and as always, the first intermission is sponsored by Hovland Incorporated. The Yellow Jackets and Concordia University, Wisconsin tied 1-1 after 40 minutes of play in what we said was a very, very good opening period of hockey. The Yellow Jackets had some great scoring chances, Jason, and there was a post in there. There was a lot of opportunities. I'd be curious to see a shot chart because I think there was a lot of chances within maybe 5 feet of the net there. Not all of them actually got through, but they had a lot of chances in tight. And at the other end, they did a pretty good job of boxing out, not letting things get too tight on them.
Yeah, we've talked at various points throughout the season about UWS having a difficult time generating A1 scoring chances, even sometimes when they've amassed a pretty good shot total, but not really quality shots. Well, in that period, UWS was able to get a number of shots from in tight, right in the slot, some really good scoring chance type shots, so that was good. And what was even better was that they were able to generate it through some extended offensive zone time where they were able to maintain possession, retrieve some pucks, connect on some nice passing plays. So really competent, connected, functional offensive opportunities there for UWS, and a good strong period on that end. And for the most part, in the defensive end, they did the job there and were able to handle everything, as expected. Just the one goal coming on the penalty kill for UWS.
Yeah, there was the second power play of the period. Each team had an abbreviated power play earlier in the hockey game, and then Concordia got a full 2-minute power play, and they capitalized at 11-14. Nick Wieben scoring his second of the season. Noah Reutman and Riley Klugerman got the assist. That made it a 1-0 game. From up here, I thought Skorpic was going to make the save on that. It was just a really weird play the way it developed.
Yeah, I couldn't see what happened to the puck after, 14, Riley Klugerman, the forward who's playing the left point. After he sent it through to the slot, to the top of the crease, then we couldn't see what happened with the puck, and it looked like Skorpic was going to be able to smother it, but somehow he wasn't able to. And the Falcons were able to just kind of stuff it past him somehow into the net. So kind of a strange play. I'm not sure how the puck was rattling around once it got in there tight, but nonetheless, they scored and went up 1-0. And it was sort of unfortunate, especially as the rest of the period transpired, because, again, UWS really controlled the play, and it was looking like they were going to have to go into the intermission down a goal anyway, but that was not the case.
Well, that's what I really loved, though, because the pushback after they gave that up was great. They didn't mope. They didn't pout. Just, all right, let's go get one for Jan, and they went right back at it.
Right,
and it was a great response, and it took a while, but they finally did break through, and C.J. Walker with an absolutely brilliant pass to set up Justin Dauphiné.
Yeah, puck going into the corner. Nice job shoulder checking by C.J. Walker to have his head up and look for what the options might be when he did get to the puck. So he wasted no time when he retrieved it in the corner. He was able to immediately make that centering pass across the crease from the half boards, and Dauphiné was able to tap it in for the easy goal.
Yeah, it doesn't get much easier than that for Justin Dauphiné. His second in as many games. He actually scored the last 2 goals for the Yellow Jackets, and that tied the game at 1. C.J. Walker and Liam Whitehouse. I think he's going to end up getting an assist on that because he started that play down in the corner. We'll get the helpers. Shots on goal in the first period. The Yellow Jackets had 14, and Concordia had 8. Remember, at one time, it was 5-2 in favor of Concordia, so the Yellow Jackets with a really good push.
Right, and that's a good indication in this case of how the ice was tilted in that period.
Penalties in the game, the Jackets have taken 2 penalties for 4 minutes. Concordia has taken 1 penalty for 2 minutes on the power play. Concordia is 1 for 2. The Yellow Jackets 0 for 1. 5-on-5 shots favoring the Yellow Jackets 14-6. So there's your even strength play right there.
That's a decided advantage.
So, I mean, it really is pretty much as close as close could get in that opening period. And, the score tied. Aside from the shots on goal, that was a pretty even period.
Yeah. I think Coach McKenna would be happy with that and would view it as building upon the momentum of the previous game.
We're tied 1-1 after 20 minutes of play. We'll take a timeout and come back with more of our first intermission, sponsored by Hovland Incorporated, right after this. You're listening to Yellow Jacket Hockey on 91.3 KUWS Superior and the iFan Sports Network.
To us, 2 diamond jewelry, a diamond for our love, and a diamond for the life we share. To the woman I will love forever, to our past and to our future.
Arena. It's our first intermission, sponsored by Hovland Incorporated. About 5 minutes away from the start of the second period, the Yellow Jackets in Concordia, Wisconsin tied 1-1 after 20 minutes of play. Elsewhere around the WIAC tonight, one other game going on. It's Gustavus playing host to UW Stout, and midway through the second period there, Gustavus has a 2-1 lead over the Blue Devils. It was actually Stout who led 1-0 after one period of play.
Gusties with no sympathy for the Devil tonight.
Ooh, I'm sitting here looking up stats and everything, and you're sitting there creating that in your mind. So way to go.
Thanks, buddy.
Well done. Nicholas Pegene with the goal early in the first period for Stout. But then Wilmer Svensson tied at 13 seconds into the second period for Gustavus. And then Jack Suki 24 seconds after that. So 2 times in 37 seconds to start the second period, Gustavus scored. They lead Stout 2-1. Remember, that was a team that came in here last year, a 1-win team, and beat the Yellow Jackets in the first game of the Superior Showdown. So they have obviously improved, and that's one of the programs that everything seems kind of cyclical with them. You know, they'll be miserable for a year and a half. Then they get better, and then they're really good, and then they're back to miserable. And it seems like that's just the way it goes for that program. And maybe they're getting back to being all right here at this point, because they weren't a great team last year by any means, but they seem to be a little bit better this year. 2-1 there, 9 minutes to go second period at Lund Arena. Or is it Don Roberts Rink at the Lund Center? That's what it is. I forgot they changed that name in St. Peter, Minnesota. And that is the only contest going on in the WIAC tonight, in addition to this one. But then Friday night, things kick up again as the Yellow Jackets hit the road to go to Ashland to take on Northland College. 7 o'clock face-off, 6:30 pregame right here on 91.3 KUWS. And then at the Cornerstone Community Center in Ashwaubenon, St. Norbert will be playing host to UW Eau Claire. And, you know, Eau Claire doing Eau Claire things, man. They're a rock-solid crew that they got going down there this year again. And, you know, I think honestly through what I've seen, just the little bits I've seen, I think they might be the best team in the WIAC right now. Taking on a St. Norbert team that is not what we are accustomed to from seeing out of St. Norbert in years past. And they actually are out of the top 15 for the first time in quite a long time. They're still getting some votes, but I'm imagining it'll still be a pretty good game between Eau Claire and St. Norbert. Home-and-home series between those two schools on Friday. Meanwhile, the Yellow Jackets playing 2 at Northland. Earlier today, right here at Westman Arena, the Yellow Jacket women's hockey team defeating St. Scholastica 3-2. Rose Beeman getting the victory between the pipes, and a big day for Jenna Hoops, a goal and 2 assists for her. Lucy Druga scoring her first goal of the season, bar down. In the middle stages of the third period, that ended up being the game-winning goal, and I believe they are done now until next weekend. So congratulations to them as they get to go into the Thanksgiving break with a 2-game win streak. And then the Yellow Jacket women's basketball team falling at home today to UW Stout, 75-57. Elise Bessinen leading the way for the Yellow Jackets, 16 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists for her. She was the only Jacket to reach double figures.
So speaking of Thanksgiving, UWS, obviously the men having games immediately following on Friday and Saturday. What's on the menu for the Yellow Jackets? Anybody like doing a team turkey bash? Or
they're having it here.
Okay.
They're having it here. They're going to practice Thursday morning, and then they're going to have the meal downstairs here and watch a little football and all that fun stuff. So
nice. That'll be fun.
Yeah. They're having the entire team here. Coach McKenna's family is coming here, and there's a group of families that are putting on the meal. So there are going to be numerous kitchens working on all this, and then they'll have their feast here. So kind of a cool thing for them. And he said, you know, why don't you come on over? And I'm like, well, I'm going to have 11 people at my house, and I cook the meal. so I can't exactly leave.
Got your own party to host.
Yeah, and I host every year. I love it. I really enjoy cooking this meal. So, hey, why not?
I do wonder what all of our Canadian friends and listeners think when we go on and on about Thanksgiving. It's such a big deal to us, and to them it's just another day, right?
Well, they already had theirs.
Right,
theirs is in
already.
October.
Yeah.
It's on a Monday typically, which is smart because it gives you the long weekend.
Right.
Yeah, they already had theirs, and I like to celebrate accordingly there as well. I don't necessarily end up having a full turkey dinner, but there may be poutine.
Yeah.
5-on-5 hockey to start, a fresh 20 on the clock. Yellow Jackets control the opening faceoff of this second period, and they dump it down into the offensive zone. It's going to be played right back up the right wing. Yellow Jackets break it up, and C.J. Walker backhands that into the Concordia zone. Falcons retreat behind the net. Scooping it up is Derek Humphreys. He's got 5 goals this year for Concordia, 5 of their 20. Puck comes into the Yellow Jacket zone, gets to the front of the net, but the Jackets are going to clear that back out to neutral ice. Circling back to pick it up is Reutman. Noah Reutman gives to Kirchhoff. Down low shot save made by Skorpic. Rebound there as well, and on the doorstep was Sawyer Worsing, but Skorpic able to cover that up and hang on.
Great chance for Mequan Tallman there. Freshman forward still hunting for his first goal for the Falcons. Nice opportunity to tip that centering pass. Good save by Skorpic. Prevented him from going 5-hole on that one.
Face-off will be to the right of Skorpic. Bergstrom's able to come away with it here for the Yellow Jackets. He wraps it around the left wing for Boone Matheson, who turned it over. Sardelli was able to try to get through, but Bergstrom nicely on the back check pokes it off his stick. Now Danziger for the Yellow Jackets. Throws it behind his net. It's going to come around to the right wing side, taken there by Worsing. He's knocked off the play by Bergstrom, and now Roosevelt starts it the other way and gives it off now for Matheson. Jackets had a 3-on-2, but Ishmael couldn't quite hold that line. Might have pulled a groin trying to stay onside there, but instead it ends up being offside.
Matheson just kept angling off further and further to his right there, and they just weren't able to hold up and wait for him at that point.
Neutral zone face-off just outside the Concordia blue line. Jackets win the draw again. Blake Holmes dumps it in. It comes off the boards to the left side of the net. And Rosick, not going to take any chances, decides to cover it up with Roosevelt right there on the doorstep.
Nice clean face-off win by Chris Ishmael there. He'll get another chance, probably. Looks like the Jackets are going to stick with the same group here for the offensive zone face-off. Yes, they are.
To Rosick's right, Ishmael wins it. Holmes at the left point. Settles down the bouncing puck and feathers it to the corner. Now it comes right into the slot, but Holmes couldn't get to it in time. On the left wing boards, Roosevelt tried to send it deep. That was broken up. Puck's going to come back behind the Concordia net where Osmus takes it, and he'll throw it ahead to center. Nasty hop there, and the Yellow Jackets benefit from it. Terry Ryder starts Matheson back the other way. Matheson across the line behind the back pass, turns it over. In the neutral zone, Holmes has it for the Jackets. He'll dump it in.
The entire UWS coaching staff, you can just see them shaking their head there with the behind the back pass at the blue line.
Yeah, don't do that. He's going to get a brief talking to. As Coach Paul Bittner says, no, that goes deep. Rasmussen, a one-time blast from the high slot. Just misses that one wide to the left post. Now Pedersen left circle. Feeds down low, back out front as Bergson tried to find Pedersen. It didn't go. On the doorstep, Pedersen a redirection, and the save is made Rosick. And now some extracurriculars going on as Pedersen was right on top of the blue paint and took a couple whacks at that puck. Covered up by Rosick, face-off coming.
And the biggest issue with that drop pass at the blue line wasn't necessarily just that it was a drop pass at the blue line. It was that there were 3 Falcons players lingering right in that area. If you're going to do it, that's not the time.
Well, and your D are flat-footed, and your other forwards are moving away from where that pass is going.
Right.
I mean, that's just complete disaster if that thing gets picked off. Puck tied up on the left wing boards in the Concordia zone. It's worked free. Bergstrom now left point. Gives it for Profit. He throws that one in front, trying to get a stick on it, Rasmussen, but it doesn't go. Concordia is able to clear now, and they're going to pick up speed and come to center. Across the Yellow Jacket line, right circle, Hazelton, a shot, and the save made Skorpic. He'll calmly cover, and it'll get a face-off this time in the Yellow Jacket zone.
Good save there from Skorpic. Dusty Bergstrom got caught a little flat-footed on that chip out of the zone. Good opportunity there for the Falcons. Took a good left pad save to keep that one out of the cage.
Face-off will be to Skorpic's left. 17:23 to play in the second period. Yellow Jackets and Concordia tied 1-1. Clearing attempt hops over the stick of the defender. But a good job by the Falcons to get that away from the onrushing Clemenson. It comes all the way down, and that's going to be icing. So the herky-jerky start to this second period continues.
Yes, plenty of stoppages and face-offs already in the first almost 3 minutes of this period.
Face-off number 7.
Matt Francois on to take it for UWS.
Ben Pizzamente will go against him. Controlled by the Falcons. Puck circles the net. Carrying it up ice on the left wing side, Kroyman. He'll dump it in. Yellow Jackets get there first, and Devorny sends it around the left wing side for Clemenson. Clemenson up the boards for Morano. He tried to chop that to the middle, but it was broken up. Now Devorny has got it back. Frank Devorny up the left wing for Clemenson, but that pass deflected away from him. And quickly back the other way comes Concordia. Derek Humphreys, a shot that goes over the top of the net. You probably heard it hit the glass. Concordia gets it back. In the high slot, Kirchhoff wanted the one-timer, but he fans on it. From the right wing side, Kepke to center. That's not going to go. Puck driven back down behind the Yellow Jacket net. Devorny tried to sweep that out of the zone. That's not going to go, and Skorpic will drop down and cover that one up at the right side of his net. Didn't like that little shot that he had come at him. Doesn't quite get as upset as the St. Scholastica women's goaltender did in the first game today.
Somebody eat a blocker?
Pretty much any time somebody was near the goal crease, she came up swinging. I mean, she was channeling her inner Billy Smith. Fans of 80s hockey know what I'm talking about.
She would not, probably.
Jackets control the draw in their own zone, and they come away to center. Gainey on the right wing gets around a fallen defender and then plays it deep. Puck's going to come back around behind the Concordia net, out to center. Bergstrom breaks it up, then he turns it over. Then the Jackets get it back. 2-on-1 if they hurry. Walker lets the shot go left circle. He misses high and wide. Had Gainey on the other side opening up for the one-timer. You know, number 21 would love to light the lamp against his former club. In the neutral zone now. Bergstrom over to Gainey left wing. He sends it in. Walker giving chase. Puck got poked past him. And the Falcons are going to bank it off of a defender out to center. Bergstrom gets there. Up the left wing for Gainey, who absorbs the hit. And Dauphiné picks it up. It's a 2-on-1. Gives it to Matheson. He takes a shot from the hash marks, and the save is made by Rosick. Now that Dauphiné has scored, Boone Matheson becomes the most snake-bit forward among Yellow Jacket regulars.
I like Matheson taking that shot there, though. With Dauphiné on the left side, he didn't really have a one-time opportunity if he would have passed it back to him. So, again, a good choice to take the shot.
Jackets with a steal. Roosevelt on the left wing. Comes into the Concordia zone. Played it toward the net. Had Dauphiné busting to the cage there, but that one got a little too tight in, and it's covered up. Face-off coming here in the Concordia zone. 14:57 to play, second period. It's a 1-1 score. Yellow Jackets and Falcons are tied.
Building on your point about Billy Smith and the kids these days, we've officially reached that age where it's like, the kids these days, they don't know. Billy Smith, who's that?
Wasn't he the general manager of the Twins? Puck comes down in the Yellow Jacket zone. Roosevelt tips it to neutral ice. Ishmael catches up to it. Now it's a 3-on-2 if the Jackets hurry. Ishmael bouncing puck foiled his shooting opportunity, and then that's going to hop over the stick of Terry Ryder and come back the other way into the Yellow Jacket zone. Centering feet out front. Heads up as that one had a full head of steam coming up over the glass and out. Everybody appears to still be healthy. And we'll get a face-off in the Yellow Jacket zone.
I believe that was Skorpic that was able to get the big goalie stick on that hot centering pass there and tip it out of play. sometimes they've got to be a defenseman too.
Face-off is to Skorpik's right. Jackets win it. They've been good in the circle this period. Puck is in the right wing corner. Taken there by Ochitwa. Ochitwa sends it up to Kroyman at the left point. Shot tipped in front, and that just misses wide. Jackets get control. Rasmussen up the wall for Profit, and he'll muscle that out of the zone. Kroyman for Concordia. Gives it over for Reutman. Reutman behind his net, flushed out by Profit. Reutman will start out to center, across the red, went to dump it in. That one hits a defender. Jackets have numbers the other way. This is Rasmussen across the line. Feeds it across, a shot and a save by Rosick as he denies C.J. Walker. Now Walker has it behind the net, tried to center for Gainey, but that one was blocked. Now it's behind the Concordia net. Reutman takes it there, and he'll clear it to neutral. Dvorny for the Yellow Jackets wanted to go to Dauphiné, but it was broken up. And Reutman will send it down into the Yellow Jacket zone.
Best save so far for Rosick there. That was a biggie.
Tyler Ryder smartly plays it into the skates of the players leaving the ice, but the referee doesn't allow it. Headman pass now for Dauphiné, intercepted, and Kepke plays it into the Yellow Jacket zone. Giving chase Humphreys. Gets it to the right side of the net. Skorpik breaks that one up. Dauphiné had it in his skates, and he was able to chop that one out to neutral ice. Concordia dumped it back in, but it went off Tallman, and that'll be an offside. I like the fact that the Jackets are shooting on odd man rushes. They're creating. That was a good all-around play right there.
Yeah, it's good, and it's been the case throughout this game thus far. Jackets have been creating those chances, like you mentioned, and not afraid to shoot. Taking good shots. Been a good offensive performance so far by UWS, despite only having one goal.
Liam Whitehouse for the Yellow Jackets fires it into the Concordia zone. Comes around the left side. Roosevelt centered. Nobody in a yellow sweater there, and it's going to be cleared to the line. I thought it stayed in. Now the Jackets have numbers again. This is Whitehouse, right circle. Whitehouse goes around the sliding defender, carries behind the net, bounces off a checker, gets smeared in the left wing corner, loses the puck, and back the other way now comes Concordia. Picking up speed is Tallman. He comes into the zone on the right wing side, gets around Ishmael. It comes back up top. Petronik's got it. His shot goes off the headgear of Skorpik. It almost looked like he intended that to hit off the face mask. Skorpik, I mean.
It did, and you see that with some of those European goalies.
The soccer upbringing.
Right.
Behind the net now, Roosevelt with the steal, gets the puck out front, but it's going to be poked away before Pedersen can get a shot off, and back the other way Concordia. Across the Yellow Jacket line, shot left circle is going to miss wide. Petronik on the right wing, pushes that back down for Bergeron in the corner. Or check that, it's Sardelli, excuse me. Left, right wing corner, Yellow Jacket zone. Klugerman sends it up to the left point. Shot blocked there by Pedersen, and he does a great job to use the body position to get that out into the neutral zone.
Dog it on that puck.
At center now, Profit on the left wing. Turns and fires from the top of the circle. That one snuck up on Rosick in a hurry, and he was able to trap that one against the blocker, and he'll hold on. 11:31 to play, second period. We're tied at 1.
Always tricky when you get that shot just above the hip on the blocker side for the goalie. I don't think he expected it in quite that location there, and fought it a bit, but was able to corral it and prevent any rebound.
Profit wins the face-off clean. Holmes at the left point is going to poke it down to the left wing corner. It comes behind the Concordia net. Turned over. Now a quick shot taken from the right circle. The save is going to be made as Pedersen took that one, and Rosick got a skate on it. Jackets break it up in the neutral zone. Profit goes to dump it in, and that one's going to be tipped over the glass and out of play. And I don't know if it's the way the Yellow Jackets are defending right now, if it's the way Concordia is playing offense, or a combination of the two. There have been a lot of odd man rushes for the Jackets so far in this second period.
Yeah, they've done a good job of making the breakout difficult for the most part for the Falcons. Capitalized on some turnovers in the neutral zone and even in the attacking zone. Definitely getting some odd man chances and some good scoring looks.
Jackets win the face-off. Bergstrom with a shot from the left point. That gets through, and Rosick makes the save. He'll hang on.
Another one of those shots from Bergstrom that you mentioned in the pregame show. Maybe not a rocket, but it gets
that was
through.
an absolute rocket compared to what he shot on Saturday. Jackets win the faceoff. Bergstrom, a shot tipped in front, and that one just skips wide of the goal. Francois on the left wing, down for Clemenson. He tried to send that around the kick plate, but it kicked out front. And it's going to be cleared, but the Jackets break it up. 3-on-2 again now. This is Morano out front. That one's going to hit a skate, comes free to the right circle, and the Yellow Jackets shoot that one wide. Now in the left wing corner, Clemenson plays it up top for Bergstrom, left point. Wrist shot tipped in front, and that one just misses. Now it's going to be picked up and cleared. It gets over Danziger, if you can believe that. And it comes out into the neutral zone. Yellow Jackets Francois moves it up the right wing boards. It sent back into the middle. And now back into Yellow Jacket territory. Penalty on the Jackets. Morano's going to head to the penalty box for slashing. And it's going to be the third power play of the hockey game for Concordia.
Morano a bit tired at the end of his shift, and he put in some serious work in the offensive zone, parked out in front of the net, having to fight off a defenseman there, and coming back into the D zone. And this was marginally a slash. If he would have got the puck instead of the stick, it would have been just fine, but unfortunately got the stick, so now he'll get the gate for 2 minutes.
Third power play of the night for Concordia. They are 1 for 2, and let's hope this doesn't derail the momentum the Jackets have had, because it's been all them in this second period. Shot taken from the high slot by Kroyman is tipped wide of the goal. Whitehouse chips it up the left wing boards, but not out. Kroyman over to Reutman in the left circle. His one-timer block. Check that, not Reutman, it's Petronik. And the Jackets clear. Jackets almost create the turnover there as Rasmussen got in on that defenseman in a hurry. And now he has the puck in the neutral zone. Gavin Rasmussen working his way through some traffic, lost the puck, and Concordia is going to be forced to retreat behind their own net.
Nice work by Gavin Rasmussen there.
He's going to head off and take a rest, probably going to come back out before this power play is over. Puck dumped into the left corner, Yellow Jacket zone. It comes around behind the net. Blake Holmes gets there. He goes to clear. It gets past Kroyman at the right point, comes all the way down. Worsen giving chase. Ishmael chases that down. He'll flush him out, and it comes up the right wing side. Concordia now going to settle it down and back up behind their net with under a minute to go in the minor penalty to Dom Morano. From behind his own net, starting up ice, Reutman for Concordia. Throws it ahead for Ochitwa. Alex Ochitwa. Klugerman on the right, and Concordia is going to be called for the offside. 42 seconds left in the minor to Morano, 9:03 to play second period. Yellow Jackets of Concordia tied 1-1.
Big Dane Sardelli at right wing for the Falcons, 6'7", 210. He is an imposing figure out there.
Makes Danziger look small.
Yeah.
Jackets send it all the way down off the neutral zone draw. Concordia starts up ice. Klugerman with speed into the Yellow Jacket zone. Gets it out front there. The shot by Wieben. Stopped by Skorpic. Jackets clear the rebound away from trouble. Sardelli has it on the left wing side. The right wing side, excuse me. Still learning rights and lefts, just like my son. Along the end board now, it kicks up the left wing. Francois will send that all the way down. Morano's out of the box. That's a good PK, Jason.
Very good penalty kill.
Jackets now that they can find a way to get back at it here as it's being carried up ice. Klugerman, pestered by Gainey. Klugerman ducks underneath a check, centering pass hits a skate. It's loose in the left circle. Petronik turns and fires, and Skorpic will snare that with the glove. He'll hold on, and we'll get a face-off here in the Yellow Jacket zone with 8 minutes, 4 seconds to play in this second period.
That will bring us to the media timeout. Well timed for UWS coming out of that penalty kill. Got a good solid glove save there. Both goalies give each other a little high five as they cross paths at the long change here in the second period as the teams go to their benches.
Well, there's been a few dandy saves at both ends.
Yeah.
You know, both goaltenders are playing pretty well. And I'm happy for Jan Skorpic. Hasn't played since the first half of the first game. You know, that's an eternity in Division III hockey because there are so few games, and you know he's been the great teammate through the whole thing and been just awesome supporting everybody else. So happy to see him get the start tonight, and happy to see the way he's playing.
Yeah, as Coach McKenna said in the pregame show, I mean, UWS does have 3 goaltenders, and they're all capable. And that can be a challenging situation, especially at the Division III level when there are so few games to begin with, trying to find minutes for all of them.
You know, it's one thing if you're in junior hockey and playing 60 games a year, but your regular season is 25, and at this, you know, you're almost forced to play the hot hand. You know, he had said to me before the first game, I told the guys, if you win, you keep going. He scrapped that pretty quickly, but, you know, that's kind of the way you have to play it. Jackets control the draw. Bergstrom wraps that one around the left side. Walker puts it ahead for Dauphiné, who gives chase. Dauphiné ties up along the end board. Walker in to help out, who comes out with it here. CJ Walker gets it for Dauphiné. Now back to Walker in the left wing corner. Dauphiné along the end board gets loose. Feeds that one to Danziger, right circle, a one-timer, and the save made by Rosick. Now Gainey pushing and shoving a little bit with Humphreys. Doesn't appear that anything's going to come out of that.
Thought Dauphiné might go for the wraparound again there, but
it worked on Saturday.
Right. This time he spotted a defenseman creeping in from the point. Made a nice feed.
Face-off controlled by the Yellow Jackets again. It's loose in front of the net. Dauphiné giving chase. Walker as well, but it's going to be cleared to neutral ice by Concordia. Now it comes all the way down. Terry Ryder bumps into his man, newcomer in the corner. Ooh. Ryder knocked down behind the net. Play continuing on.
Got away with a little interference there.
Tazakia bumped along the boards by Walker as that one kicks back behind the Yellow Jacket net. Puck played up top. Walker read it perfectly, but just couldn't get to the puck in time. Otherwise, he had a chance for a rush the other way. He's exhausted, though. He's heading off as Gainey carries up on the left wing and plays it deep. Dauphiné tried to pass to Gainey and actually chipped it away from him, allowing Concordia to clear. Terry Ryder reads it perfectly. Odd man rush now. Gainey has it left circle. Sharp angle shot. Rosick the save. He's going to hold on. And now some pushing and shoving again as Dauphiné goes flying out of the pile. And Boone Matheson exchanging some words there with Kroyman.
Temperature rising a bit here. Some heated scrums coming after some of these stoppages at the goal crease.
6:45 to play. Second period, Yellow Jackets and Falcons tied 1-1. Do not mistake these Falcons for River Falls, who was here last week. Matheson with the shot off the face-off. That one trickles wide of the net. Clearing attempt held in on the left wing by Devorny. Devorny with a shot. That's tipped over the top of the net. It comes down low. Ryder picks it up. Tyler Ryder gives behind the goal for Ishmael. Ishmael pinned to the end boards. Matheson in there. Now he's got it left wing corner. Boone Matheson leaves it for Roosevelt. Roosevelt spins away from the check. Roosevelt with some nifty stick handling and skate work. Plays that one down low. It comes back behind the net. Ishmael leaves it for Roosevelt right corner. He cycles behind the net, but there's no one there in yellow. And the Falcons will come out with it. Dangerous play in front of their own net, and it's going to be cleared ahead, and we're going to get a stoppage in play. As that one caught somebody hanging over the boards at the Yellow Jacket bench. Face-off coming. Or maybe it didn't catch anybody, it just went in the bench.
Yeah, kind of odd because it looked like Kepke from the Falcons had just clean sailing in front of him for as far as he wanted to go with that puck, but went up too high and hit someone on the bench, I think.
Puck behind the Concordia net. Pettersson with the steal now, puts it up top, left point Bergstrom. Shot tipped in front by Rasmus, and it just goes wide. Whitehouse pinched, it gets chipped past him, and it's going to come all the way down. Bergstrom behind his net, leaves it for Ty Profit. Profit centers it right on the tape of the Concordia player Klugerman in the slot. And it's going to be a stop by Skorpic, and he'll take the stoppage, and that'll be a line change, and
no more drop passes.
It'll be a conversation at the bench for Ty Profit. I'm guessing something along the lines of, don't be the best forward for the other team.
Yeah.
That's a Coach McKenna special.
Too many blind wraps and drop passes, and let's see the guy we're going to pass it to here.
Puck comes off the left wing boards. Gainey showing some hand-eye to knock it out of the air and move it up the wall. Now Bergstrom for Gainey. Wanted Walker, who got drilled in the neutral zone. It ends up being an icing call. Coach McKenna going, you got to be kidding me here. Walker got called for a similar infraction in the first period. This time he's the one taken out. Arms stay down.
Yeah, I felt like Concordia is about one trip or one interference away from actually getting called here for quite a few minutes of this one.
There's another takedown right off the face-off play, continuing on, as this time it was Bergstrom who got knocked down, and it'll be another icing call.
I guess credit to the Falcons. They've been right on the edge without getting called thus far. But
yeah, if you can play that way, and push it a little bit, why not?
Just a lot of little collisions, a lot of little sticks in places, and so far none of them have drawn a call, but it feels like it's getting close.
5:10 to play, second period. Shots 23-15. Yellow Jackets were tied at 1. Face off to the right of Skorpic. Jackets win the face off, and C.J. Walker takes off, carrying it to center. Oh, good hit in the neutral zone. As stepping into him was Bergeron. Puck comes back into Yellow Jacket territory. That was a good stiff check. Centering pass picked off as it was coming to the front of the net. Skorpic gets the trapper out, and we'll get a face-off again in the Yellow Jacket zone. But more importantly, we get the line change we need.
Yeah, Bergeron, nice job denying entry to the zone, stepping up there. Good body check in open ice.
All right, this one's a little mellow. Little mellow. I like the who, but that's mellow. Falcons win the face-off. Petronik a shot. The save is made. The rebound is there. They score. The shot got through, and they just kept pounding away at it. It's going to be Sardelli who gets it, and Concordia leads 2-1.
Just too many opportunities there for the Falcons. I think Skorpic made 3 saves before the 4th shot finally went in. Somebody's got to tie up a stick there.
Time of that goal, 15-14. And you feel bad because they've carried the play this period, the Yellow Jackets have. They've had the better of the chances. Nothing to show for it, and again, they're down a goal.
Yeah. One lost face-off, and shot gets through and banging away on the rebound, and now they're staring at a 1-goal deficit again.
Puck down in the Concordia zone. Left wing side, Roosevelt and Ishmael battling for it.
Concordia was number 20, Dane Sardelli. He got an assist on that goal from number 14, Riley Klugerman, and number 6, Sawyer Wiersing.
So a pair of assists for Klugerman. Jackets back the other way. A shot from Matheson, right circle, and the save is made. Rebound played out to neutral ice. At the Yellow Jacket blue line, Terry Ryder intercepts. His pass intended for Matheson is intercepted. It comes back the other direction. Across the Yellow Jacket line, Tenazakia sends it around the boards. Yellow Jackets Holmes intercepts. Passes behind his own net for Terry Ryder. Up the middle now for Ishmael. Ishmael over to the left wing, Roosevelt. Roosevelt left circle, tried to dangle around the D. That's not going to go. And the puck is played back the other direction. Across the Yellow Jacket line they come. Tenazakia gets hammered to the ice by Holmes. Jackets go to clear, not out. Ishmael throws it back behind his net, picked up there by Blake Holmes. His pass intended for Matheson is intercepted and dumped back down behind the Yellow Jacket net. Dvorny gets there. Up the left side, Roosevelt to clear. Reutman holds it in at the right point. Reutman now walks it to the middle. Has all day up there. Reutman still has the puck. Slides it over now. Shot taken left circle by Kroyman. That one doesn't get through. Up top, Reutman at the right point. Over to the left point for Kroyman. That comes out into the neutral zone now, and the Yellow Jackets are finally going to get a line change here, as that forward line have been on the ice for well over a minute. Profit on the left wing, over to the rink-wide feed on the right side, Pettersson. He crosses the line with speed. Colin Pettersson, still looking for his first goal of the season, carries around to the left wing corner, gets knocked off the play. He tried to throw it up to the left point, but there was nothing but blue jerseys, 3 of them there, and it's intercepted, and they come back the other way. Across the Yellow Jacket line, bad angle shot from Kepke on the left wing. That one's steered away by Skorpic. Jackets back the other way. Koepke with the steal. Jackets not looking like the same team since they gave up that second goal. Need to find their footing again. Bergstrom falls down as he was trying to skate it around the net. Play continuing on. Bergstrom in the right wing corner. Pinned to the boards there by Ochitwa. Puck comes back around to the left side. Bergeron plays it deep. Bergstrom gets it back and feeds Ty Profit on the left wing. Profit dumps it into the Concordia zone. Jackets will start a line change here. With under 2 minutes to play now in this second period, Concordia leading 2-1. And we got an icing call on the Falcons. Face-off coming back. Not sure I cared for that gesture that Bergeron just did at Ty Profit.
Now he's having some words with him from the bench. Profit shuts the door aggressively amidst a conversation with Bergeron.
Dauphiné in to take the face-off. He goes forward with it now. Dauphiné, a shot, and the save is made by Rosick. Puck's in the left wing corner. CJ Walker works it free. Now he gets it for Gainey. Jordan Gainey left corner. Gainey for the Jackets. Carries all the way up to the left point. Now sends it back down the boards. It comes loose to the front of the net. That's going to be cleared to neutral ice. Terry Ryder's got it for the Jackets. Had it for the Jackets. Falls down. Penalty coming. That was kind of a gift, I think, from the officials here. There have been infractions much more egregious than that tonight. But it's going to be a power play for the Yellow Jackets nonetheless.
Colin Kirchhoff going to the box here. Stick got tangled up in the UWS player's feet. Just inside the blue line. UWS will get a badly needed power play. See if they can shift the momentum with the man advantage here. Things have been leaking a bit since the second goal for the Falcons.
Second power play for the Yellow Jackets. First one didn't last very long. They win the faceoff. Walker on the left wing boards. Wanted to go to Holmes, left point. In the middle now, Rasmussen. Back to Holmes. Down the hash marks, Walker. Over to the right circle. That's tipped. Gainey picks it up right corner. Gainey up top. That's going to hop over the stick of Blake Holmes and come all the way back down into Yellow Jacket territory. Newcomer picks it up in the right circle. A shot save made, and then Skorpic got absolutely drilled by Derek Humphreys going to the net. Are they going to take him off here and give him a penalty?
I think Humphreys had some help, but not that much help.
Holy moly. I mean, you feel the stick on you, that's one thing, but when it comes to goalies, you don't keep going.
Right. He made no effort to lessen the impact on Skorpic there.
I think that's perfectly said. That's exactly right. So,
and that is why he is going to get the only penalty, he being Humphreys. So now 2 in the box for Concordia.
I'm assuming goalie interference is the call. It's a 5-on-3 now for the Yellow Jacket power play. Walker, Gainey, Roosevelt, Holmes, and Rasmussen out. Jackets win the faceoff. Rasmussen at the right point. Sends it down to Gainey on the right half boards. Up top. Rasmussen and Gainey play catch. Now Holmes at the left point. Walks, fires, save, rebound shot by Roosevelt, and the save made by Rosick. And that's going to be cleared all the way down the ice. 35 seconds to play in the second period. CJ Walker comes from behind his net and feeds Roosevelt on the left wing. Back to Walker in the middle. He crosses the Concordia line, drops it off. Rasmussen for Holmes at the left point. 20 to play in the period. Holmes down for Walker, left circle, up top for Rasmussen. Winds, lets it go, and he scores! Power play goal, Gavin Rasmussen, and we are tied.
Was starting to feel like UWS was going to need a power play, and they got one, and Gavin Rasmussen cashed in. Standing at the point, got a pass and had lots of time. The puck was up on edge when he wound up to take that slap shot. Not sure if he ended up making contact with it when it was on edge. Maybe changed the direction of it a little bit or the trajectory, because it looked like the goaltender for the Falcons had a good look at it, but he got no part of that puck at all as it went past him.
That was an absolute bomb. Time of the goal, 19:45 of this second period. We're tied again. Jackets win the face-off and jump back on the attack. They get it to the front of the net. It's broken up there, and it'll be cleared all the way down. And that'll pretty much do it here. Skorpic plays it away from trouble. And the horn sounds, bringing the second period to a close. And it kind of...
On the power play was number 9, Daniel Rosenzaval. He got an assist on that goal from number 13, Gavin Rasmussen, and number 14, CJ Walker.
So it must have been deflected.
That may have been why the goalie got no part of it.
That explains a lot. For Rosenvalden, that would be his second of the season. Walker and Rasmussen, the helpers. And we're going to head to the second intermission, sponsored by Hovland Incorporated, deadlocked at 2.
Jackets with a late goal in both the first period and the second period with under a minute to go to equalize the score. It's building up some excellent momentum going into the third period here for UWS, which finished the second period with a 27-20 edge in shots on goal, and will start the third period with 1 minute and 4 seconds remaining of 5-on-4 power play time, with Derek Humphreys still being in the penalty box for the goalie interference infraction.
2 periods in the books here at Westman Arena. Yellow Jackets of Concordia tied 2-2. We'll take a timeout and come back with our second intermission, sponsored by Hovland Incorporated, right after this. You're listening to Yellow Jacket Hockey on 91.3 KUWS Superior and the iFan Sports Network.
Culver's Butterburger Deluxe is made with 100% Midwest beef. Always fresh, never frozen.
In my experience, fresh beef is always better. Frozen beef loses moisture, and when you lose moisture, you lose flavor.
There is an art in making a great burger. The searing really locks in the flavor, just like a great steak. And then we lightly butter the crown of the bun. That's why we call it a Butterburger. How many years have we been working together?
Close to 20 years now.
Welcome to Delicious.
By Hovland Incorporated. The Yellow Jackets of Concordia, Wisconsin tied 2-2 after 40 minutes of play. I am John Garber. He is Jason Roan, and this has been a really entertaining game here tonight, Jason. And these Tuesday night games have a way of sometimes not being. You got a Concordia that traveled 5 hours to get here. We're only 2 days removed from a game, our last outing here. Those kind of days have a recipe for being not good, but this has been a heck of a game tonight.
Yeah, and you have real life involved as well. You know, often you look at these athletes and you think, oh, why don't they do great things all the time? Why don't they play the way you'd expect them to play? Why don't they have all the intensity? Well, they are human beings, and in this case, they're college students. They have school.
They were in class
classes
today.
Right.
They're writing papers. They're taking tests. I mean, you're exactly right.
Right, but this one, yeah, you're definitely right. This has been a highly entertaining hockey game. Plenty of shots, plenty of chances, some good saves on both ends, some nice goals. It's been a good hockey game.
It has been a very enjoyable hockey game. It was 1-1 after 20 minutes of play. Concordia with a power play goal at 11:15, second of the year for Nick Wieben, made it 1-0. Yellow Jackets tied it up at 19:10. Justin Dauphiné scoring his second from C.J. Walker, and Liam Whitehouse tied it at 1. Then in the second period, it was all Yellow Jackets for the first half of that period, Jason. Just rush after rush, chance after chance, shot after shot. And they had nothing to show for it. But the first 10 minutes of that period was textbook.
Yeah, I like the way they shot the puck, generated a lot of scoring chances. It was excellent offensive hockey, but nothing to show for it. Again, frustrating, you know, just to kind of be sitting in that position where you feel like you're winning the game, but you look at the scoreboard, you're not winning the game. And then they were actually losing the game.
They fell behind at 15-14 of the period, an even strength goal for Dane Sardelli, his second of the season, making it 2-1. Jackets lose the defensive zone faceoff and just let Concordia pound away at it all day long.
Yeah, didn't like this one at all. It looked like he had 3 or 4 whacks at it in front of the net before he finally put it past Skorpic to make it 2-1.
Sawyer Wersing and Riley Klugerman got the assists on that goal. And then in the final couple of minutes, the Yellow Jackets draw a penalty. I thought it was a soft call because I felt like Terry Ryder was already falling down. And then they made the call, and we'll take it. And then there was the second call, which resulted in the 5-on-3 after they bowling-balled into Skorpic down there. So 5-on-3, Yellow Jackets take advantage. The big bomb from the point by Gavin Rasmussen gets tipped in front by Daniel Roosevelt, and it's 2-2.
Right, and we were able to see the replay up here thanks to the iFan TV broadcast, and we could see that Roosevelt was parked in front of the goal, right at the top of the crease, taking away the goaltender's eyes. And at the last second, he pivoted out of the way and kind of opened the gate as the shot from Rasmussen came through. And if anything, it might have grazed Roosevelt in like the knee or the upper leg as it went on through. So it didn't get much of him, but it got just enough of him, and that was able to propel it right past the goaltender and tie this game at 2.
I was just watching the replay that Craig had up there as you were describing that, and Roosevelt didn't act like somebody who scored that goal. And so you tip one in there, you're going to celebrate like you did. He didn't do that. So it kind of makes me wonder if they got that wrong. But after the goal, Gavin Rasmussen was right there at the scorer's table talking to the referee. So I'd have to think that that's why it's going to stand. It is going to be a Roosevelt's goal. The assist going to C.J. Walker and Rasmussen, that was at 19:45, so with 14.1 seconds left on the clock in that second period. And the Yellow Jackets tie it up at 2.
Yeah, a couple late goals, and one in the first period, one in the second period for UWS. Sets them up well for the third period here with a little bit of momentum and a power play to work with.
Yeah, they have 1:04 of power play time. That's going to carry over here into the third period. Shots on goal in the second period. Yellow Jackets had 13 for a 2-period total of 27. And Concordia had 12 for a 2-period total of 20. Penalties in the game. Each team 3 penalties for 6 minutes. On the power play, Concordia has 1 for 3. The Yellow Jackets 1 for 2. And as we mentioned, they have 64 seconds of power play time. That's going to carry over into the third period. The real interesting thing, the interesting stat for that second period to me, though, Jason, without seeing a printout, we haven't received that yet. By my count, Yellow Jackets won 21 of 28 faceoffs.
It looked good. Aside from the one lost face-off that ended up resulting in a goal for Concordia, UWS seemed to have a really, really substantial edge in the circle. I remember a sequence where we saw Matt Francois win 2 or 3 in a row And early in the period, there were a lot of face-offs in the first 3 minutes. So that's part of what helped UWS really do. We've been doing this for, 3-4 years now? And I don't think I've done that until now.
That's your first time poking it, going to UMD.
But I think it was a part of what allowed the Yellow Jackets to be able to establish and maintain some of that offensive possession and zone time there, their ability to keep winning those faceoffs. And here comes the stat sheet. Survey says?
I have 29-17, and they have 32-15. So somewhere in there, I missed a faceoff. But it's pretty close.
Pretty good.
Pretty close. So yeah, very.
Who's the Jackets leader?
Well, they've got us at 23-6 in the second period. I had 21-7.
Okay.
So pretty close to being right on. Your clubhouse leader in the circle for the Yellow Jackets, Ishmael, at 70%.
Nice.
Matt Francois at 75%.
Okay, that's what we thought we
Rasmussen at 60. Dauphiné at 54.5.
That's really good.
Yeah, really, really good. Jordan Gainey, 83%.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, against his old team.
Yes, and then he
knows all their tricks.
And then you got the wingers who stepped in. Clemenson, one for one, Profit 1 for 1. So,
and they just want to retire on that. Don't let me do any more.
No more face-offs, coach.
I'm 100% today.
No more face-offs. So, Yellow Jacket goaltender Jan Skorpik with 18 saves so far. At the other end, Gabe Rosick, 25 saves. He's definitely been the busier of the two.
So you were a wing. How many times did you end up in your college and junior career having to take a draw, and what was your strategy in those situations? I mean, was it something you were proficient enough at from your high school days to feel some level of confidence and have a few tricks in your bag, or were you more of just like, okay, I just have like one or two things I do and I'm going to do one of those two things?
I mean, I took a lot of draws in high school.
Right.
I rarely took a draw in junior. Jason Blake was my center, and he played 15 years in the National Hockey League. You're going to let Jason Blake take your draws. So I didn't have to take many. In college, I took a few, typically on the penalty kill, and it was a little easier to interfere in the 1990s, so I would just go forward.
Sure.
Almost like bull rush.
Big strong guy, get into their
tie
hands.
up the stick and kick it.
Sure.
I used my feet all the time.
Yeah.
And that was how I would win face-offs in college, was using my feet.
Right.
So,
right.
That if you knew, you can get a feel pretty quickly if you're not going to win face-offs that night. And if I could win it clean, I'd win it. And if I couldn't, I'd tie up and use my feet.
Best face-off man you ever worked with?
For my own team?
Teammate.
In college? In college or in junior or overall?
Overall. Is there anyone that really stood out?
I mean, Blaker, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
He was great in the face-off circle. But, him for sure is number one on the list. Once I got here, Kevin Saab, who was an All-American, he was a good face-off man. Brian Barker, who I played with for 2 years here, wonderful face-off guy. He was a D1 transfer. He was a two-time All-American. He's a Hall of Famer here. He may have been the best centerman I saw in college.
Who was the best teacher? Was there ever anybody along the way as a coach that was really, really excellent or really a specialist at that?
I was very fortunate when I was in high school. Our assistant coach was David Tomasoni. And David, he was a state senator in Minnesota for a long, long time, passed away from ALS last year. He played Division I at Denver. He had a tryout with the New York Rangers when he was finished at Denver. He played in the Olympics with Italy. He knew his stuff. And he knew more about, he'll forget more hockey than I'll ever know. And I loved working with him on some of the finer points like face-offs, like saucer passes, like how to use your body position. Use your body position along the boards, how to use your feet. So go ahead and tie up. When that puck's being rimmed around on you, go ahead and tie up with their D-man or whatever. Just use your feet and, direct it to the middle and let your center come in and pick it up. So I was fortunate with Sony to learn a lot of the finer points that way.
One of the great things about being raised on Minnesota's Iron Range, especially in the era that you were raised there.
Yeah. Yeah, I was very, very lucky. And actually, my junior year, he left us mid-season and went back to play pro in Italy. His old team, HC Milan, Hockey Club Milan, called him up and signed him to a contract in the middle of the year, so he was gone. And that's when Jeff Stompahar, John Stompahar's dad, who played here for 2 seasons, his dad then came onto that coaching staff as well. So then I played for him. And then my senior year, he was back. Sony came back from Italy, and before he passed, I had a chance to talk with Coach Tomasoni, and I just told him, hey man, just know nobody taught me more about the game of hockey than that man did. Nobody.
And his sons turned out to be really excellent hockey players as well.
Yeah, his kids were good players. Dante played over at St. Scholastica.
Still plays with us in the Noon League and is still excellent.
Yep, and his other son Danny was a goaltender, which kind of ran in the family because David's brother Dick was a goaltender in the late 60s who played at Notre Dame. He played his college hockey at Notre Dame, so it was not strange to see one of them don the pads and become a goaltender, much like my 4.5-year-old wants to do.
Good choice.
No, it's not a good choice. It is not. There is nothing good about that choice. And I'm getting tired of telling him, dude, it's more fun to score than it is to try to stop that.
And there can only be one goalie on the ice. That's the worst part.
But the big pads intrigue him.
Oh, yeah.
The goalie mask intrigues him. So
just have him play lacrosse.
I'm sure he will. He's tried just about everything sport-wise.
That's the spirit.
I'm sure he will, but
I think I can hear him. There he is.
Yeah, he's right down there.
We found him.
He's right down there.
He's not lost. That's good.
No, he's right there, pounding on the glass, making noise. I don't like how he's sitting on that railing right now, but a boy's got to learn sometime, right? But quick story. A couple nights ago, we were getting ready to put him to bed as we're getting ready to start the third period here, and he was saying his prayers, and he prayed that the Yellow Jacket men would win, and Jack would be the winning goalie, the women would win, and Jada would score, and both happened on Saturday.
Nice.
Jackets win the opening faceoff of the third period and send it down into the Concordia zone. It's in the right corner. During attempt knocked down by Dauphiné, Matheson in to help out. It comes up to Terry Ryder. He'll feed the right point. Bergstrom now left circle. Dauphiné mishandles. He'll send it behind the goal where it hops over the stick of Pettersson. Now Terry Ryder centers for Matheson. Ryder gets it back in the right corner. Matheson right circle, puts it back down into the corner, and Terry Ryder passes behind the net for Pettersson. Up top, left point, Dauphiné. Dauphiné wanted to center. It comes loose again, left circle. Now Matheson picks it up. Boone Matheson has it in the left wing corner. He's tied up. He needs some help, fellas. Let's get in there. Concordia sending 3 in the corner, so at this point I'd say, can we send a 4th? You want to outnumber them down there, but looking at the clock, the power play almost up. Terry Ryder in the high slot takes the shot, it's blocked. Matheson picks it up. He'll slide it to the right wing corner as the penalty expires, so we're back to 5-on-5. Terry Ryder at the right point. Saucers that one over for Bergstrom. Dusty Bergstrom now down into the left wing corner, Ishmael. Really good start to this third period for the Yellow Jackets here. Centering pass comes up to the top of the right circle. Terry Ryder, his shot gets blocked. Pops up in the air, lands in the neutral zone. Huge hit by Bergstrom. Absolutely flattens a Concordia player. Jackets back the other way with Roosevelt. To Ishmael, a shot on the doorstep, and the save made by Rosick. Now back the other way, Concordia. They come up on the right wing. They cross the Yellow Jacket line. Boy, that looked offside to me. Shot taken from the left circle. That one from Kipke is broken up in traffic, and the Yellow Jackets will clear it to center. Francois on the right wing backhands that into the Concordia zone. Roosevelt giving chase. Puck's loose behind the Concordia net. Kepke battling with Ishmael down there. Ishmael's been good tonight.
He has.
Puck comes over to the left wing corner. Dvorny pinches down. It pops up to the left point. Walker's shot. That one just misses wide as Ishmael was providing the screen at the top of the goal crease. In the neutral zone, Tyler Ryder for the Yellow Jackets here. That one pops away from him, comes back to the Yellow Jacket blue line. He'll slide it to the left side, Dvorny. Ahead on the right wing, Walker. He tips it into the Concordia zone. Puck comes back down the other direction behind the Yellow Jacket net. Dvorny up the left side, Gainey. He clears to center. taken there by Concordia, and Osmus dumps it back into the Yellow Jacket zone. Jackets play it right back out. Tyler Ryder up the right wing. Gets it to Gainey, who's got some space now. Gainey across the line, left circle. Gainey out front for Dauphiné. A shot, the save is made. The rebound is there, but Walker couldn't get a stick on it. Danziger at the right point, plays it deep. Walker comes out the left side, out front. Dauphiné, a shot, and the save is made from point-blank range by Rosick. Now the puck cleared back the other way. It comes all the way down, and it's going to be an icing call on Concordia. Yellow Jackets putting the pedal down a little in the early stages here, Jason.
Yeah, C.J. Walker with a great effort there in the neutral zone to create the rush for UWS, and then a great centering pass from below the extended goal line to Dauphiné, who got a great shot from between the circles, took a good save to stop that one.
And Concordia is going to call a timeout because they are forced to keep a very tired group on the ice due to the icing call. And I think they want to try to swap some momentum here because it's been all Yellow Jackets in the first 3+ minutes.
They could use a reset. They were able to kill that penalty, but they were not able to get the puck out of their zone for the entirety of that, I believe, like 54 seconds or whatever was remaining out to start the period. UWS was in their zone the whole time. So definitely a situation where a reset is in order, and they're getting an impassioned talking to over on the bench right now from their head coach.
That's one way to put it. That is absolutely one way to put it. It is an impassioned speech from Coach Masso over there. 16:52 to play here in the third period. Yellow Jackets and Concordia tied 2-2. Gabe Rosick, really the only reason this thing is still tied, because the Yellow Jackets have really been pressing hard.
He's been very good tonight.
Both goaltenders have been good.
Yep.
Face-off will be to the left of Rosick. Rasmussen in to take the draw. It's won by Concordia. And they'll clear that up the left wing boards all the way down the ice, and it's icing again on Concordia.
So that group of Falcons will remain on the ice, as will the Yellow Jackets, centered by Gavin Rasmussen.
Rasmussen with the assist on that tying goal at the final 14 seconds of that second period. He wins the face-off. Danziger at the right point. Crashes down. It gets past him, and Concordia with numbers the other way. Humphreys across the line. His shot blocked. Now the Yellow Jackets with a chance the other way. Rasmussen, a great pass off the wall for Danziger across the line. Danziger on the left side. Puts it down low. It comes right back to him now. Danziger down to the left wing corner. The freshman out of Potomac, Maryland, could use a little assistance over there, fellas. He gets out of the check, sends it up top, left point. Long shot by Holmes is going to miss just wide of the mark. Ty Profit cycles it down for Pedersen in the right wing corner. Pedersen gets free of the check. Pedersen now sends it to the left wing side. Profit overskates the loose puck. Clearing attempt held left point Holmes. He'll drive it back down low. Profit on the right wing side. Sends it to the corner for Pedersen, who is tied up. And Concordia will settle it down now as they've got it behind their own net with Reutman. They're going to make a whole line change here, and Reutman will hole up back there for a while. Now he gets flushed out, nearly turned that one over, but he was able to get it away. And Pizzamente on the left side comes across the Yellow Jacket blue line. Dusty Bergstrom sidesteps a check, goes to Roosevelt left wing, into the middle for Matheson, but that one broken up. Roosevelt tries it again, this time up the left boards. Matheson couldn't handle the pass. Ochitwa back the other way now for Concordia. Gives it to Pizzamente on the left wing. And that shot is going to come through and be held by Skorpic. And we'll get a face-off coming up here in the Yellow Jacket zone with 15:15 to play. In the third period, we're tied at 2.
Nice job by Skorpic to absorb that shot and not give up a rebound.
Clean face-off win by Concordia. Roosevelt blocks the shot, and it's a 3-on-2 the other way. Yellow Jackets to center, Ishmael to Roosevelt, but Boone Matheson couldn't hold up in time, and that's going to be an offside on the Yellow Jackets.
Bergeron taking the opportunity to rattle Roosevelt hard off the boards there. Bergeron's been a bit of a hitman tonight. Both hits that we've seen, the biggest anyway of his hits, were clean, solid hits. been a presence tonight for the Falcons.
Dvorny's got it in the neutral zone for the Jackets. He'll dump it in. Coming out of the net, Rosick turns it over behind the net. Ishmael has it right wing corner. Sends that one up top for Dvorny, but that one was a little too hot to handle. Dvorny dumps it back in. Yellow Jackets will use this time to change. Puck played ahead on the right wing. Dauphiné gets it back for the Yellow Jackets here, and he'll start speeding ahead on the left wing. Dauphiné crosses the line. Dauphiné behind the net. Wraparound attempt is blocked. And Sardelli will send Klugerman back the other way. Klugerman over to Petronik on the left. Petronik all the way up to the left point, goes down low. Wanted Klugerman in the right circle, but a good stick by Dvorny to get into the passing lane and tip it out of play.
Jackets doing a nice job covering all the passing lanes there. Dvorny tips it out. Short circuits that opportunity.
Face-off will be to Skorpik's left. 14-16 remaining in the third. Face-off one. Quick shot off the draw. Skorpik the save. Nobody knows where that puck is, and it was caught up in the equipment of Terry Ryder. And we'll get a stoppage in play.
Interesting how long it took to get that whistle when the referee was in really good position to see that it was not in play anymore.
When I'm watching Skorpik, the head was just going all over the place trying to find it, and nobody had any idea except Terry Ryder. Jackets win the draw, and it comes around to the right wing side. Walker gets upended at neutral ice.
Wow.
Play continuing on. In the high slot, Gainey's got it now. He'll throw that down into the left corner.
Into the Zamboni room.
Into the Zamboni room. It's not a Zamboni, it's an Ice Wolf.
Ice
so
Wolf.
It's in the Ice Wolf den?
Ooh,
cave?
I like it.
You know?
Yes, the den. Very nice, very nice.
Walker pleading his case with the officials saying, hey, I got taken down there, man. Nick Beyondich said, go sit down. Terry Ryder at neutral ice has it for the Yellow Jackets. Ahead on the right wing, Pettersson. He'll give for Rasmussen. Now back to Pettersson, and he decides he's going to fire it toward the Concordia locker room.
Well, we haven't had a puck break tonight. That one was close.
There's still 13:43 to go. So there's plenty of time for us to see shards of vulcanized rubber somewhere out there. In the neutral zone now, the Yellow Jackets, Rasmussen nearly coughs it up, gives it back to Bergstrom, who nearly coughs it up, and then finally is able to clear. And we got a penalty coming on the Yellow Jackets, and oh no, it's on Concordia, my mistake.
Yeah, this was the trip that caused the first nearly coughs it up. Well, he nearly coughed it up because he got tripped as he was trying to backpedal and play the puck.
6:28 the time of the penalty.
Mequan Tallman going to the box here.
He'll spend 2 minutes or less in the little timeout box over there. Fourth power play for the Jackets. They're 1 for 3. Let's make it 2 for 4, gentlemen. At the left point, Holmes sends it down left circle. Walker. Roosevelt tried to saucer that through a body that was laying down at the left side of the net. Walker gets it back up top. Left point Holmes, right point Rasmussen, right circle Gainey. Nowhere for him to go. He needs some support, and he'll find it in Roosevelt. Roosevelt goes behind the net for Walker. Walker settles the rolling puck down, gets it to Holmes left point. Rasmussen, Walker left circle, over for Gainey. Gainey right wing corner. Up top, right point Rasmussen, back to Gainey on the left half board. Rasmussen right point, right side of the net. He's got Roosevelt, right circle Gainey. Roosevelt comes off the boards. Nice strong move out front. It was there, but the defender got a stick on it to make that puck wobble. Now in the left circle, or right circle, excuse me. Gainey up top. Rasmussen shot save made by Rosick. Rebound is there. Roosevelt plays it out of the pile up top. Left point Holmes. Less than a minute to go in the power play. Rasmussen winds, fakes. Gainey over for Walker. Up top, Holmes. A shot and a save is made by Rosick. Penalty coming. It's going to be C.J. Walker, who got a stick on Ochitwa, who was tired. And it's going to be a 4-on-4 here for a while. I mean, he put a stick on him, and a really tired guy dropped. And now it's a penalty. C.J. Walker to the box, so that puts an end to the power play.
His second minor infraction of the night. Second infraction committed in the offensive zone of the night.
7:47 the time of the penalty. Really unfortunate, too, because the power play had it working.
Puck didn't leave the Falcon zone for the entire first minute and 10 seconds of that power play.
So 4-on-4 for 41 seconds, and then Concordia will get its fourth power play. Face off in the Yellow Jacket zone to Skorpik's left. Terry Ryder has it now, circles his net, decides to curl back. Terry Ryder in front of the net. Will start it up. He's taken down, penalty coming, so the power play about to come back. The speed of Terry Ryder paying dividends. And the Jackets about to go back to the man advantage.
This will be Preston Hazelton, the sophomore forward, going to the box.
Tripping the call at 8:01. So, we'll set the stage here as we will be 4-on-3 for 27 seconds. Then we'll be 4-on-4 for 1:20. Then we'll be 5-on-4 for 13.
Dauphiné and Roosevelt, the forwards. Terry Ryder.
And Dusty Bergstrom back on the blue line. Face off to the left, or the right, excuse me, of goaltender Gabe Rosick. Concordia wins the draw, and they're going to muscle that one all the way down the ice. That was kind of a must-have face-off right there.
Right, yeah, it was huge.
So this technically the fifth Yellow Jacket power play as Bergstrom carries it up the left wing boards. He'll send it hard around the wall. Rasmussen gets there on the right side, but couldn't settle the puck down. Now Terry Ryder's got it. Over to Bergstrom. Back to Ryder. There's the one-timer, and the deflection by Roosevelt just goes wide. Power play is over. We are at 4-on-4 now for the next 15 seconds. Behind the net, Roosevelt battling forward. He carries to the left corner. Roosevelt in there, getting worked over. Rasmussen gets the puck up top. Left point, Bergstrom. Back to Gavin Rasmussen. He carries to the high slot, feeds Terry Ryder. Terry Ryder sends it to the left wing corner. Roosevelt picks it up there. Daniel Roosevelt stapled to the boards. The puck's loose left corner. Rasmussen closes quickly. He's had a good game tonight, too. Puck comes loose. Goes up to the point and gets past Bergstrom. It's going to come all the way down, and Ishmael will pick it up there. Ishmael. It's knocked off the play behind the net. And the Yellow Jackets, Pettersson comes to center. He tried to feed Ishmael, but that one broken up in the neutral zone. The Jackets forced to regroup. Tyler Ryder. Over now for Devorny. Devorny across the line. Devorny, a shot from the left side is deflected wide, and Ishmael can't settle that one down. It comes back into the neutral zone. Now to center. Tyler Ryder escapes a couple of checkers, showing some nifty footwork and stick work there. He's got it right wing corner. Final seconds ticking off C.J. Walker's penalty. He's out of the box, and the Jackets are back to the power play. Technically, this is power play number 6. It comes all the way back to the neutral zone where the Yellow Jackets will regroup. Starting ahead, Danziger up the right wing. Danziger for Ishmael. Nice move, gets her on one man. Oh, cross for Walker, and he whiffed on the one-timer, and it's going to be sent all the way down. Oh, what a nifty play there by Ishmael as he kind of slinked his way through some traffic and got it across. However, I do believe a defender also got a stick on that.
Yeah, there was some traffic at the destination of that pass from Ishmael.
Oh,
some dandy dangling to create the play.
It was right there, too. My goodness. I thought there was immediate timeout coming, but I guess not. Puck comes out to neutral ice. Danziger for the Yellow Jackets has it here, and he'll send it in. Rosick will glove it and hold on.
Now maybe?
And now I'm guessing. Appears, yes, that is going to be the timeout. Now he got it.
Jackets needed this one too. They had a tired bunch. This will give them the opportunity to give that Dauphiné line a little bit of rest here before a key offensive zone face-off. Shots now 32-21 in favor of the Yellow Jackets. Score tied 2-2 with 9:36 remaining in the third.
I said it during the last shift. Rasmussen's had a good game. He's had a good season, good start to the season, though. I mean, he looks like a completely different player from what he was a year ago.
Yeah, came into the game as team's fourth leading point getter thus far. Definitely been, on a team that has at times had a really difficult time generating offense. He's been a bright spot, being able to generate more than he has in the past, which is great.
Picked up an assist as well tonight, so adding another point to the tally there.
So it's starting to look like one of those games where first team to three might win it.
It feels that way. Face off in the Concordia zone to the right of Gabe Rosick. Gainey in to take the draw here for the Yellow Jackets. It comes right to the front of the net. Walker picks it up, makes a shot to save. Gainey on the rebound, and he couldn't get his shot away. Now a shot to the right of the net, tipped by Gainey, and that one's just going to skip wide. Gainey now, left wing corner, escapes the check. Gainey, still left wing corner, escapes the check. Finally is going to be stapled to the boards. I think his momentum was just pulling him away from being able to take that shot. Otherwise, he's got the go-ahead goal there. Puck still in the left wing corner. Gainey gets away. Good board work there. Now he's upended, and the puck's going to come back the other direction. Yellow Jackets intercept. Terry Ryder up the right side into the high slot. Blake Holmes' shot gets blocked. It's going to be chipped back the other way, but the Jackets get lucky on the bounce there because Klugerman didn't know where it was. Dauphiné for the Jackets has it. Feeds Holmes. Now ahead at center for Walker. Walker couldn't quite handle the pass, and it's going to come back the other direction. Klugerman up the left wing. He's hammered to the ice, and that's going to be a penalty on Blake Holmes.
Well, you might not like this call, but the Yellow Jackets got away with one by Terry Ryder about 15 seconds earlier, so probably all evens out here. At any rate, Holmes is going to the box, and he's none too happy about it.
Just don't get yourself a 10.
Hooking will be the call.
And this will be power play number 4 for Concordia. Let's see what the Jackets can do on the PK. Rasmussen, Dvorny, Tyler Ryder, and Francois on the ice as the Yellow Jackets win the face-off and send that all the way down. I haven't seen Liam Whitehouse much here over the last 30 minutes. I wonder if he's injured. Klugerman carries to center, comes into the Yellow Jacket zone and pulls up on the left wing.
I can see him standing on the bench, though.
Shot taken from the right circle, Sardelli. That gets blocked, and Dvorny will clear that out to neutral ice. Reitman will scoop it up. And Reitman for Concordia feeds Klugerman on the left wing. Klugerman back over to the right side. Yellow Jackets kind of got lulled by the puck there a little bit. But then Sardelli's pass will come all the way down. There's Whitehouse right on cue as he jumps on the ice. Meanwhile, in the offensive zone, Ishmael battling Reitman for possession. Reitman plays it back. Picked up and circling his net, starting up ice, Grant Newcomer. Throws it over to the right wing. Kroyman dumps it in. Under a minute to go now, and the minor penalty to Blake Holmes. Yellow Jackets get it, and Bergstrom will send it all the way down.
Good kill so far.
Petronik from behind his net picks up speed coming up the left wing. He'll cross the red, dump and chase. Whitehouse outnumbered 3-1 below the goal line. Puck comes up to Newcomer at the point. Now here's a steal by Gavin Rasmussen, shorthanded. Rasmussen in, Rasmussen gets hooked, and it's going to be a penalty or a shot. It is a penalty shot. The speed of Gavin Rasmussen draws the penalty shot.
He was indeed able to pull away by a step or a step and a half there, earning himself the opportunity here.
13:08 the time of the hook. And it's going to be on Sawyer Wersing, who still has to sit and serve the penalty as well. So for 2 minutes he'll be in there, but Gavin Rasmussen on the penalty shot. Puck is at center ice. The junior forward from Cloquet with the opportunity here, shorthanded, to put the Jackets in front for the first time tonight. The most exciting play in hockey, as they called it for years and years. Rasmussen picks it up in the center circle and comes in. He'll go all the way to the left wing side. Left circle now, stick handles, fires, and the save is made by Rosick. Wasn't really a whole lot there.
Nope. Rasmussen came in, veered to his left, the goaltender's right, then tried to cut across as the right-handed shot and get him to open up that 5-hole a little bit. Went for the quick snapping wrist shot there, 5-hole, and Rosick was able to close it up.
He didn't make him move very much, and
no,
he went in rather slowly.
Right.
So,
yeah, the key to that is forcing the goalie to make a hard lateral move
to really open up the gap between the pads. Yellow Jackets clear it to neutral ice now as we're back to live action. 6.5 minutes to go here in the third period. The penalty to Holmes expires. So a good job on the PK. Now the Yellow Jackets have numbers going the other way. Across the line they come. They feed it right out front. The shot taken by Tyler Ryder, and Rosick makes the save. Now a shot from Devorny on the left side. That one's blocked in front. And back the other way comes Concordia. Across the Yellow Jacket line, a shot taken from the right circle by Kepke, steered away by Skorpik. Now the Yellow Jackets have numbers the other way. Roosevelt left side. Ishmael gets hooked as he's shooting, and that one dribbles wide of the net. In the right wing corner, Ishmael up top, Danziger. Left circle, Bergstrom walks and fires, it's blocked. Bergstrom gets it back. He'll pass it behind the net now. Over into the right wing corner. That's going to be chipped the other way and come all the way down the ice. Wieben, who scored the first goal of the hockey game, loses the puck behind the Yellow Jacket net, and they're going to start back the other direction. Dauphiné fans on the pass. Gets it back and feeds Matheson, who gives to Dauphiné. Gets around one man. Dauphiné on the left wing in the Concordia zone. Gets away from traffic. It's hooked up, still had the puck, and finally has it taken off his stick. Jackets get it back. C.J. Walker in the neutral zone. Walker now right circle. Fires, and that's going to be blocked by the defense. It goes wide. Concordia to clear. That one hits something along the wall and stays in the zone. And then Gainey's stick disintegrates, and the puck comes out to center. Jackets come back the other way quickly. This is Dauphiné driving the net. Dauphiné with a shot and a save made. Rosick, as he elevates and grabs that with the glove, he'll hold on, and we got a face-off coming in the Concordia zone.
Needed a different angle to see how that puck got so high in the air. If it was all Dauphiné's doing, it was some really deft stick work to be able to try to flip that thing up under the bar like that.
Wow.
Good shift for the Yellow Jackets.
Really good shift for the Yellow Jackets here. It's kind of been the theme of the night, Jason. They've played a good game tonight.
Yeah, you can go right up and down the line chart. Comment about, oh, this guy's had a good night. That guy's had a good night.
Jackets win the draw. Terry Ryder loses the puck at the right point. Now he gets it back, but it's outside the blue line. On the right wing, Pettersson sends it down into the Concordia zone. Reitman gets there, and then he turns it over. Rasmussen gives it right back to Reitman. Loose puck left corner. Colin Pettersson's got it. Pettersson drops it off here, Francois. Out front, the tip by Rasmussen, and the save made by Rosick. He'll hold on. You're starting to have that feel, Jason, like it's only a matter of time here.
Yeah, if UWS can keep this up, they are definitely knocking at the door. Rosick doing yeoman's work in the crease, stopping these shots. Jackets now with a 37-21 advantage.
Off the face-off, Matheson left circle, a shot that gets tipped wide. Puck comes right out front, they hit the crossbar, and on the rebound, Matheson gets stoned. It comes up to the right point. Comes back down into the right corner. It was Roosevelt who hit the crossbar, bidding for his second of the night. Now Concordia turns it over. Up top, right point, Whitehouse He takes the shot that goes wide. I think that was intentional because he didn't have much of a shooting lane there. But we know how hops are off the boards here at Westman Arena. Klugerman ahead to center. Sardelli across the Yellow Jacket line. He throws it over to the right wing side. Klugerman's got it. That pass is going to be really hard to settle down, and it comes to neutral ice. It's dumped back down into Yellow Jacket territory. Both teams changing here. Holmes to the right wing for Liam Whitehouse. Across the line, he dumps it in, and that one's going to be a souvenir. And we'll get a face-off at center ice with 3:35 to play here in this third period. Yellow Jackets and Concordia tied 2-2.
Jackets pressing hard here, one shot away from 40. Would this be the first time this season that UWS has eclipsed the 40-shot mark?
It would.
Okay. Face-off at
4
center
times
ice.
they've had between 30 and 39, so this probably is the high water mark for the season so far. Puck flipped into the Yellow Jacket zone. Dvorny chases it down. Goes up the left wing for Gainey. He chops it to the line. It gets out. Petronik dumps it back in. And now Dvorny will start up ice. Gives Gainey on the left wing now for Walker. C.J. Walker gets around a defender. Got held up a little bit. And the puck ends up below the goal line. Dauphinet's got it there. Dauphiné behind the net. Right corner. Nice move. Gets away from trouble. Tried to take the shot at the right side of the net, but it doesn't go. Gainey rather with the steal up top. Dvorny walks to his left. Plays it down into the left wing corner, behind the net to the right corner where Walker's got it. He centers, hits a skate. Dvorny's got it now. He wanted Gainey in the left circle, but it was blocked by the defense. Osmus here for Concordia, plays that one ahead to center. Jackets come back on the attack. Dauphiné up the right wing, dumps it in. Puck played off the left wing glass out to center. It gets past Terry Ryder, who interferes a wee bit with Wieben. Jackets wrap it around to the left side. Profit can't get a stick on it, and Concordia will dump it back in. Gloved by Skorpic, he elects to hold, and we're going to get a face-off in the Yellow Jacket zone. 2:16 to go here in the third period. Yellow Jackets and Concordia tied 2-2.
Second time tonight that Skorpic has opted to freeze a puck and take a defensive zone face-off when it really didn't seem necessary at all.
You know, but when you're winning draws, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Face off to Skorpic's left. Rasmussen will take the draw. Jackets get it, and Profit's going to carry it out to center. Now it's taken on the right wing by Pettersson. He'll dump it in. It hops over the stick of Rosick behind the net. Rasmussen's got it. Tries the sharp angle shot to see if he could bank that one in. And it's deflected up into the netting, and we're going to get a face-off in the Concordia zone. 2:02 to play here in the third, tied at 2.
Easy to see and say from up here, but Gavin Rasmussen had a little more time and space than he realized there. Could have held that puck and done something a little higher percentage than what he did, but you also see that in the final stanza here, in the final minutes of the final stanza. Players getting a little more tired, and it affects the decision-making too.
Puck in the left wing corner, Concordia zone. They go to clear. It goes off the stick of Roosevelt, and it's going to be carried to center and dumped in by Tallman. Left wing corner, Yellow Jacket zone now. Holmes digs it free. Got his stick tied up in the skates of Terry Ryder. Loses the puck. Terry Ryder gets it back. He'll play it behind the net. Right wing corner, Yellow Jacket zone. Roosevelt bumped there by Tallman. Puck squirts free behind the goal. Holmes sends it around to the left wing. Roosevelt into the middle for Ishmael. Tried to go to Boone Matheson, but he couldn't. And Concordia will regain control of the loose puck. Now ahead on the left wing, Bergeron. Dumps it into the Yellow Jacket zone. Picked up. Bergstrom. For Boone Matheson, puck loose in the slot. Sardelli throws it down low. One of the very few defensive zone gaffes the Yellow Jackets made tonight, but they are able to rescue themselves from that one. Now Boone Matheson coughs it up in the neutral zone, and it's dumped back in. And we now have under a minute to play here in this third period. At center, Walker backhands it into the Concordia zone and gives chase. Walker, left circle. Walker still has it. Takes the shot. It's blocked in front. Puck loose left circle. Walker has it. Sends it up top. Left point. Dvorny in the high slot. Bergstrom. Shot tipped in front, and the save made by Rosick as Gainey got a stick on that. And then he piles in trying to poke that puck home.
Nice job by Dusty Bergstrom getting that shot through, nice and low and tippable, and UWS was indeed able to tip it, forced Rosick to make a good save again on what was the 40th shot on goal of the evening, according to the scoreboard.
38 seconds to play here in the third. We're tied at 2. Offensive zone faceoff for the Yellow Jackets.
I wouldn't be against taking a timeout if I was UWS. And he just did.
He just did.
This top line for UWS with Dauphiné, CJ Walker, Gainey, sometimes Roosevelt, has been so good tonight, and in the second half of the game has generated a ton of scoring chances. And so to take the opportunity after they just had a hard-working shift there, to be able to take that time out, to be able to keep them on the ice fresh for this final 38th in an offensive zone faceoff, definitely a good move there by Coach McKenna. And from the Falcons' standpoint, they were changing their line anyway there, so
right.
I mean you're not really giving them any advantage. They were already making the change, so you're just giving yourself a chance to have your top line be as close to full energy as they can be here for this final 38th in an offensive zone draw.
How bad does Jordan Gainey want this?
Yeah, and they've had some chances this group.
Oh, have they ever. Gainey, Walker, Dauphiné, Dvorny, and Bergstrom on the ice for the Yellow Jackets. 38 seconds on the clock. Face-off in the Concordia zone. To the right of goaltender Gabe Rosick. 38 saves for him so far. Dauphiné in to take the face-off. It's controlled by Concordia, however, and they are going to go to clear. Not out. Jackets hold. It comes over to the right wing side. Gainey's got it. Played it to the front of the net. It hits a skate. Walker right corner. Up top for Dvorny. It's going to bounce off him and come to center. Bergstrom's got it now. To Dauphiné on the left wing. He'll dump it in. Kepke for Concordia. Sends it up the right wing boards. Clearing attempt off the stick of Dauphiné. Concordia will get it back. Now a steal. Down low for a moment. Gainey had it. Now another steal. This time Dauphiné does have it. Feeds that one up top for Dvorny. Dvorny down in front for Gainey, and he couldn't get a stick on it. Bergstrom with the last-ditch effort from the left wing has it blocked, and we are on our way to overtime.
Falcons on the ropes in the final stages of that third period. UWS doing everything but delivering the knockout blow, including having a penalty shot denied by Rosick in what's been a sparkling goaltending performance.
Yellow Jackets out shooting Concordia 13-1 in the third period.
Wow. Dominating period for UWS. Clock ticking down now, 90 seconds left in this brief intermission between the third period and overtime. Just a brief recharge of the batteries probably for that top unit again for UWS. Excellent performance on a Tuesday night.
Really good hockey game, both teams. This has been a lot of fun to watch here tonight.
Teams will switch ends for the overtime. Jan Skorpic headed to our right. Gabe Rosick will be momentarily headed to our left.
You remember, head down to 3-on-3 now. And anybody who saw any of the exhibition games between the Yellow Jackets and St. Scholastica, it was not good 3-on-3 for us. So hopefully we practiced it a little more in the last month.
Looks like Ishmael, Bergstrom, and Rasmussen will be the first group for the Yellow Jackets. Winning that face-off is key, and picking good times to change lines, especially when you have the long change, which both teams will have here in the overtime. So you've got to be really careful about when you go for a line change in these 3-on-3 overtime situations.
It's really interesting how 3-on-3 overtime has developed too. The NHL went to it first, and it was just players flying everywhere and all that open ice and everything, and now it's changed to a possession game. Jackets win the face-off on the right wing side. Gavin Rasmussen's got it. Rasmussen Leaving it up top for Ishmael. Ishmael walks it to the high slot, changes places with Bergstrom. Ishmael's got it, tried to feed it out front for Rasmussen, but that didn't go. And Concordia will get it back the other way now, and they got a breakaway. In behind the defense, a shot at Skorpic makes the save as Sawyer Worsing chipped the puck past Dusty Bergstrom, who was flat-footed at the blue line. Went in alone on Skorpic, who made the save.
Like you talked about it, 3-on-3 in overtime, it's really about possession, and it's often about that first counterattack that ends up coming to be the decisive measure in the game. Almost saw that there, but Skorpic made a great save.
Dauphiné, Walker, and Terry Ryder on the ice here as Concordia wins the draw. They'll take it all the way back to their own blue line here. Almost turn it over at neutral, but Newcomer gets it back. Grant Newcomer will go all the way back behind his own net, pressured there by Dauphiné. He leaves it back for Koepke now. Koepke behind the net, being watched by C.J. Walker. 4 minutes to go here in the overtime. Yellow Jackets and Falcons deadlocked at 2. Koepke cuts to the middle and feeds it ahead for Newcomer on the right wing. Newcomer pressured by Dauphiné. Koepke gets it back. His shot goes wide of the goal. Walker is going to settle it down and play it back behind his net for Terry Ryder. Terry Ryder ahead for C.J. Walker. Walker picks up speed. Walker's got a lane. Walker right circle, a shot deflected by the defense, and that'll go over and out of play. You can tell that was the end of the shift for C.J. Walker. He didn't have that extra gear.
Right. Yeah, he had a lane, and at first he literally refused to take it. He just kind of looked at the lane and then realized, oh, wow, I mean, I've got to take what they're giving me here, but you knew he just wanted to be able to get off the ice and let somebody else have the puck there.
Face-off will be to the left of Rosick, controlled by Concordia. Comes to the left wing corner. Yellow Jackets, Pettersson gets control of it here. Colin Pettersson being worked over a little bit. Had Roosevelt behind the D, but Concordia takes it back the other way. 2-on-1 if they hurry. We've going to the net, but a great back check by Roosevelt to break up that play. Puck in the right wing corner, Yellow Jacket zone. Jackets come out with it here now. Blake Holmes will lead the rush the other way. Holmes across the line. Holmes a shot, he scores! Overtime winner!
The 41st shot proves decisive for the Yellow Jackets tonight.
Blake Holmes goes end to end. Gets into the offensive zone and snaps a shot from the hash marks, beating Rosick's stick side, and the Yellow Jackets have picked up the win. Final score, 3-2.
In overtime for your Yellow Jackets, his third of the season, number 8, Blake Holmes. That's Holmes unassisted at
the unassisted goal for Blake Holmes comes 2 minutes into overtime. You're a defenseman. You could see his eyes light up when he realized he had 200 feet of ice in front of him.
And when he got the puck, he only had about one step on Derek Humphreys, but you could see Holmes' acceleration. He had a lot more gas left in the tank than Humphreys, and he immediately started pulling away, and you could see that light in his eyes. You knew he was going the distance and going to take the shot there. He made no mistake. Good, firm, hard shot.
I'm glad we don't have to worry about it, but if he doesn't score there or misses the net, we're dead going the other way.
Absolutely.
Because he had nothing left in the tank at the end of that rush.
Though Humphreys might have passed out behind him, so the Falcons may have only had 2 guys to come back with the puck. At any rate, we don't have to worry about it. The Jackets get the outcome that they richly deserve tonight. And guess what, Garbs? That's a winning streak, buddy.
Is 2 games a winning streak?
It is this year.
Final score here tonight from Westman Arena. The Yellow Jackets defeat Concordia, Wisconsin 3-2 in overtime. We're going to take a timeout. We will come back with the post-game show sponsored by Synovus Energy right after this. You're listening to Yellow Jacket Hockey on 91.3 KUWS Superior. back at Westman Arena. Final score here tonight. The Yellow Jackets emerging victorious with a 3-2 win over Concordia, Wisconsin. And I am John Garber. He is Jason Roan, and this is the Yellow Jacket Hockey postgame show sponsored by Synovus Energy. And Jason, it would have been a huge disappointment if they don't win this game tonight, because they were the better team tonight, and they played such a complete game and played so incredibly well in all phases that if they'd have lost that, it would have been a real bummer.
Coaches always talk about, hey, we need a 60-minute effort. Well, not only did they get a 60-minute effort, they got like a 62-minute effort tonight. Start to finish by UWS. Tremendous effort, very well played game. On a Tuesday night, no less, coming back on short rest. Really excellent hockey game. And yes, I was thinking the same thing as we were working our way through that third period. And as you mentioned, a 13-1 shots advantage for UWS in the third period. Just doing everything but finish that game off, playing so well. I was thinking the same thing, like, wow, this is going to be really disappointing if they don't find a way to get a W here. And ultimately, we didn't have to worry about that.
Yeah, it was just it was that feeling. And I can tell my wife is looking for my kids. So let me hold on a second. He's over there. He's over there. Had to tell her that he already made his way over to the dressing room to congratulate the fellas. So
yeah, it's a community here. We're fine.
Allison, he's over there.
This is like home away from home for John's son.
Yeah, so, my kid spends a lot of time at the rink, and he's, in some ways has kind of become the mascot for these two teams. Yes. And he adores these players so much, and he loves his time with these players so much. So for him to get the chance to bugger over there and say congratulations and hang out with Holden Law and Harry Law and Andrew Matthews taking the photography and everything, which they're going to have some awesome stuff on social media tonight.
Yeah.
Because they were parked right down here, so they got to see the whole thing happen. Thank you very much, Michael. Appreciate it. But at any rate, yes, it was. I lost my train of thought trying to direct all this traffic and everything.
Well, we're just talking about what a disappointment it would have been to lose.
And yeah, you drop a game like that where you outplay the other team as much as you do. I mean, I'm sorry, they outplayed Concordia tonight.
Absolutely.
They were the better team tonight. I think Concordia was better for the first 10 minutes. But after that, they're the next 52. There's no question who the better team was on the ice here tonight. And if you don't get that win, it's a real dagger.
Right, and as a coaching staff, you are looking for reasons to believe. You're looking for reasons for the players to believe and understand that if they do the right things, they are going to get the outcomes they want. And so tonight, to have them do all the right things, it was important for them to get the outcome they wanted.
Yeah, they absolutely did. It was a great game top to bottom. I kept telling, it seemed like every time we came back from a break, we're talking about how good the game was. Every time we were, I was posting something on social media, I was talking about what a great game this was. Hands down the best game the Jackets have played this year. Easily the best one we've seen on home ice. And that's a good team. They took it to a pretty good team here tonight. So all in all, pretty happy with how everything unfolded for the Yellow Jackets here tonight. Let's jump into the post-game summary. As we mentioned, Concordia kind of carried the play for about the first 10 minutes, and they had their early power play. At one point, the shots were 5-2 in favor of Concordia, but the Jackets were able to weather that storm a little bit, get their feet back underneath them, and really make it a good opening 20 minutes. They outshot Concordia 14-8, yet it was Concordia who scored the first goal of the game. That came at 11:15 on a power play. Nick Wieben scoring his second goal of the season. That made it 1-0.
Yeah, a weird shot from the point there. We couldn't really see what happened to it after it got into the goal crease, but looked like they were able to pound it in on maybe a rebound or just a loose puck that was rattling around a bit.
So it was 1-0, 11-14 into period number one. Going into the final minute, it looked like the Jackets were going to go to the locker room down a goal. Not so fast. Yellow Jackets got in on the forecheck, doing a great job down low. C.J. Walker with a great pass out of the right wing corner, and he finds Justin Dauphiné off the left post. Easy tap-in goal for number 10, and we're tied.
It was the first time we heard from that line, but not the last time tonight. It was a great goal and just a great effort by that group of players all night long.
Liam Whitehouse also getting an assist on that one. It was tied at 1 at the end of 1. That goal coming at 19:11 of the first period. Second period, the Yellow Jackets came out and really asserted themselves, carried the play, winning face-offs, driving the net, doing everything but score goals. Coming back the other way then, Concordia was able to break through and take the lead again. Defensive zone face-off. Jackets don't win this one, and they give Concordia how many tries at that? Yeah, I think you said Skorpic probably made 3 saves there, but he couldn't stop the 4th one, and it ends up putting Concordia back in front 2-1.
Yeah, this was the one play I really didn't like. It just seemed like way too many whacks at a puck right around the goal. Somebody's got to get planted at that point, or at least have their stick tied up. And that didn't happen, ended up in the back of the net.
Dane Sardelli scoring his 2nd of the season. Riley Klugerman getting his 2nd assist of the hockey game. Sawyer Worsing also a helper. And at 15-14, it was 2-1 Concordia. But Yellow Jackets able to get a couple of power plays late in that 2nd period. And during the 5-on-3, they get the equalizer. It came with only, 14.1 seconds left on the clock. Gavin Rasmussen with the bomb from the top of the circles. Daniel Roosevelt with the redirection, and it's a 2-2 game.
Yeah, Roosevelt just kind of pivoted out of the way, and it looked like the puck may have maybe grazed off him slightly, somewhere on his lower body someplace. It'll be interesting to hear the rest of the story from the guys downstairs about what actually happened on that goal. But it was a huge goal. The 2nd time that UWS was able to claw back from a deficit in this game and kind of arrest that momentum late in a period like that.
Roosevelt's 2nd of the season. Gavin Rasmussen and C.J. Walker the assists on that goal, and it was 2-2 after 2. Shots on goal in the 2nd period. The Yellow Jackets had 13 for a 2-period total of 27. Concordia had 12 for a 2-period total of 20. 3rd period was all Yellow Jackets throughout. They outshot Concordia 13-1, carried the play. The best opportunity coming when they were shorthanded. And Gavin Rasmussen gets hauled down on the breakaway. Are they going to give him the power play? Are they going to even it up? Or are they going to give him the penalty shot? They gave him the penalty shot.
Right, got the penalty shot there and tried to take it in. A right-handed shot with Rasmussen, so he took the puck to his left and tried to cut across the top of the slot and get the goalie to open up his legs and go 5-hole here. You can see him, if you're watching the iFan, you can see him dangle out here, get to the middle of the slot and try to go 5-hole, but just wasn't able to get him open enough, and one of many good saves on the night for Gabe Rosick there to keep the score tied at 2.
So it keeps it at 2. We go to the horn sounds. We go to the intermission. I guess technically an intermission, the break. And we're tied at 2. We're headed for overtime. First time all year the Jackets have gone to OT. And we were just talking about how it's a possession game. And, you don't want to take too many chances with the 3-on-3. You don't want to have that turnover in there. You don't want to give them the opportunity coming back the other way.
It's the counterattack that kills you.
It's the counterattack, exactly. And that's ultimately, Concordia had the first counterattack. Skorpic made a nice save there. They are buzzing around the Yellow Jacket zone a little bit. Blake Holmes gets the loose puck. He counterattacks the other way. And when he picks up that puck, he's got 200 feet of ice in front of him.
And evidently a full tank of gas. I mean, just like he was shot out of a rocket, had a one-step lead on Humphreys and extended that very quickly to like 3 steps and was gone on a breakaway and made no mistake here.
I mean, he literally went 200 feet. He dug it out of the pile along the end boards and just took off. And the separation all of a sudden, and he goes short side with the wrister, his 3rd goal of the season, and the Yellow Jackets win it in OT.
And there was no looking to his wingman there.
Yeah, it was a 2-on-1.
Colin Pedersen was with him, and he never even looked at it. He was shooting all the way on that one.
Blake Holmes gets that one unassisted, his 3rd of the year, making the final 3-2 Yellow Jackets. Shots on goal in the overtime. Each team had 1. The Yellow Jackets finished the game with 41. Concordia finishing the game with 22 shots on net. Penalties in the game. Each team took 5 penalties for 10 minutes. Yellow Jackets 1 for 5 on the power play. Concordia going 1 for 4. And of course the Yellow Jackets also with that penalty shot opportunity in there as well. Jan Skorpic got the starting goal tonight, and he picks up his first collegiate win. He is now 1-0 on the season. Came in again. I felt awful for him because he started the season opener at St. Scholastica and got shelled early when the other 18 players on the ice with him decided we're going to do our thing. You're good, Jan. You're good back there. Well, he gives up 4 on 18 shots and gets yanked halfway through. Doesn't get on the start again until tonight. Earned the victory, but his numbers aren't going to look so gross anymore.
Right, yeah, good solid bounce back for him tonight. Good to be able to get back on that horse and ride it well like he did tonight.
He gets the win. He is now 1-0 at the other end. Gabe Rosick was good. His record drops to 3-4 on the season, but he was good.
Tough luck loss there.
Yeah, you can't really pin any of that on him either. That was He did everything he could between the pipes, that is for sure. Yellow Jackets with the win improved to 3-5 on the season. Their home record improving to 2-2. Meanwhile, Concordia's Wisconsin falls to 3-4. Their road record now 1-2. Final score here again tonight from Westman Arena. The Yellow Jackets defeating Concordia, Wisconsin 3-2 in overtime. We'll take one more break, come back and wrap up the postgame show sponsored by Synovus Energy right after this. You're listening to Yellow Jacket Hockey on 91.3 KUWS Superior and the iFan Sports Network. We're back at Westman Arena. It's the final segment of our postgame show sponsored by Synovus Energy. The Yellow Jackets emerging victorious with a 3-2 victory in overtime over Concordia University, Wisconsin. And, heading into this game, it's been a long day here because the women played at 4 o'clock. We broadcasted that one. I did. You weren't here yet. You have a real job. And then in between games, there's the Zamboni malfunction, there's a stat computer malfunction, there's a live stats malfunction. Back at the studio, Paul had a radio malfunction.
The Zamboni malfunction was pretty spectacular, too. It left about 400 pounds of snow on the ice.
It really did. And all the credit in the world to Cody, the driver, for being able to get over there. He raced out of here, ran down to the basement, and got the old resurfacer out of storage, drove it up, and then went back out in the new machine, and everything worked splendidly. So props to him for figuring it all out and getting out there and doing the ice, because at one point we were like, are we going to play today?
They had to bring the shovels out.
Right. You're going to go back to the old 55-gallon drum full of hot water with a towel, and you're going to push it. That's what it felt like we were going to have to do here tonight. So props to Cody and the job that he did to get that thing back out on the ice. But my point being, all the ingredients were there for this to be an abject disaster tonight.
A perfect ending to a...
Yes, exactly. Yes, exactly. So, all you 90s people, go watch the program now. Go watch the program, Wolf Den Stadium. There you go. But it was all there for this to be a disaster. And the only people who didn't feel any of that was the team sitting on the home bench, because they came out and they played a whale of a game, and none of it even fazed them.
Yeah, best game of the year on home ice, and now a 2-game winning streak.
Let's take a quick look elsewhere on the out-of-town scoreboard. The only other game in the WIAC has gone final. UW Stout falling to Gustavus 5-2 is the final score in that one. So Stout, their record on the season is now 3-5-1, while the Yellow Jackets are 3-5. The Yellow Jacket women's team victorious today as well. They defeat St. Scholastica by the same 3-2 score that we saw here. And the Yellow Jacket women's basketball team losing their home debut this evening, 75-57 to UW Stout. Time now for our post-game show 3-star selection, and a tough one for you tonight.
It is a tough one tonight. We've got some honorable mentions. We're going to start off on the Concordia, Wisconsin side with goaltender Gabe Rosick. Made 38 saves, was really solid. I mean, if his team comes up with a way to win this game, then he's obviously one of the stars.
He's probably the number one star.
Right. But great game by him. Great effort between the pipes there. Also honorable mention to UWS forward Justin Dauphiné. Had a goal and a team-high 7 shots tonight and was one of many players that you looked at and said, oh, he played really well.
Yep.
I mean, there were more than 3 of them tonight.
There were, absolutely.
Honorable mention to those 2. Third star tonight is senior forward from UWS, CJ Walker. He of the 2 assists and 3 shots on goal. A little bit down on him for the 2 offensive zone penalties, but on the flip side, he was part of an offensive attack for UWS that really made it happen.
Yeah, he was really, really good. And that line was, I think, kind of the driver tonight. Him, Dauphiné, and Gainey. I think they were kind of the driver offensively, and they were the tone setter, if you will. They played really, really well.
Right. Second star tonight, UWS freshman forward Daniel Roosevelt. 3 shots, 2 blocks, and a goal. And a fairly big goal, as it was, that goal late in the second period to knot things back up at 2. Supposedly he got the goal. We're not really sure, but that's where it's credited right now.
You know, and I go back to the video and go, he didn't really celebrate like a guy who scored a goal. But the fact that Gavin Rasmussen went to the referee and said, no, it was him. I was wondering, I figured he was just getting the assist right. But the fact that they changed the goal and he was the one talking, all right, he knows.
And it's credit to Roosevelt for setting a good screen and taking the goalie's eyes away and then flashing out of the way at the last minute. So second star to Roosevelt.
All right.
And the first star tonight with the game-winning goal in overtime for UWS, senior defenseman Blake Holmes played a really good game. I mean, obviously the goal to win it was huge, but had 4 shots in the game, blocked 3 shots in the game, and was, there were several players for UWS who you commented on and saying, wow, they played a really good game tonight. He was one of them, and you got to give the first star to somebody, and you might as well give it to the guy who wins it in overtime.
You know, and the thing that I remember, yes, obviously I'm going to remember that goal, but he had a handful of times tonight where he had no time and space and somehow held his own. He was very good at holding the line. He doesn't bail out very often. He's not one of those guys. He held the line, and there was a few times tonight where you were like, get out of there, and next thing you know, the puck's going back down in the corner. He was really good on the line tonight.
Yeah, and that was a part of what made UWS so successful tonight was their ability to extend and sustain offensive zone attack time. And that doesn't happen without puck retrieval, and it doesn't happen without some good work by your defenseman to occasionally pinch and take some prudent chances and risks at the point to hold pucks in.
I mean, you forced Concordia to use their timeout 3 minutes into the third period because you took the opening face-off and pinned them in down there. You forced them to ice the puck multiple times and use their timeout that early.
Right, definitely a performance that the Yellow Jackets can build on tonight.
So CJ Walker, the number 3 star, Daniel Roosevelt, number 2, and Blake Holmes, the number 1 star. Our next Yellow Jacket hockey broadcast will come your way Friday night from the Bay Area Civic Center in Ashland. The Yellow Jackets on the road and back in Wyack play as they'll be taking on the Northland College Lumberjacks. 7 o'clock face-off. The pregame show sponsored by National Bank of Commerce will be coming your way at approximately 6:30. And then on Saturday night, we'll do the exact same thing all over again, except we'll be preceded by Yellow Jacket women's basketball as they'll be home at the Mertz. A 3 o'clock tip, 2:45 pregame. The Big Sound, Matt Johnson on lead vocals in that one. Paul Danberg was my engineer back in the studio this evening. For Paul, for Craig Morrissey and the iFan Sports Network here on site, for Jason Rowan, I am John Garver. So long from Westman Arena, where tonight everybody who cheers for the Yellow Jackets anyway goes home happy. Jackets win it in overtime by a final score of 3-2. Thank you for making us a part of your Tuesday evening, and we look forward to having you again this weekend when the Yellow Jackets travel to Northland. You've been listening to Yellow Jacket Hockey on 91.3 KUWS Superior and the iFan Sports Network.